Hello. Whoa. Oh my god. What the fuck? What the fuck? Ooh, okay, I have to figure out what sound effect this is. Hang on. Oh my god. This one?
Test, test. Oh my God, Jesus. Hi. I was going to try something different today to start. That's not the different thing, though. That's not what I was trying to do. Welcome to Lol Cow Milkers. I'm your host, Becky Boop. And today, me and Roxy are going to talk through a few things. So instead of starting with the intro music, we're mixing it up. And I think we're going to dance to the intro music. So maybe that could hype Roxy up for today. So Roxy, I'm in Studio A if you want to come join me. Lord, it's just never an easy start. And she's in Studio D. Okay, well, I'm dragging you over to Studio A, Roxy. Starting with the... she was listening to me. I caught you listening.
Oh, sorry. I'm still behind. Let me get in here.
All right, well, so I didn't play the music yet. So are you ready to turn on your camera and dance to the music?
Sure, I gotta do something to get myself back into the jam of things. Let's fucking do it.
Hey, you look pretty today.
Let's do it. Oh, thank you. I literally was... Look at my grays coming in. Stop. No, you're making me nervous.
There we go. Don't worry.
Welcome
It's
back.
not like...
I'm glad you're back.
Oh, me too. And hey, I'm glad you're back. And don't worry, it's not like the whole internet is watching you or something.
Yeah, nah, that's just me and you.
All right, you ready to dance to the music?
Let's do it.
Why do I feel Wait, we match. Hey, we sort of match.
Holy shit. We do, yeah. Cool.
How do I do that? I match with Tina all the time too. It's fucking weird.
You know, I'm telling you, ever since you started talking about this stuff that you do, like I never believed in it, and I kind of side-eye it because things do come to fruition when you say it. I'm just saying.
They sure do.
I'm not a believer. I'm just saying.
I'll have to give you a full reading one time and see what you think. Okay, it's
Becky.
time for us to dance because people are still funneling in. So,
Okay.
all right. Why am I nervous?
I know. That's why I feel like...
Oh, I'm full screen. I'm full screen. Oh, this is why I'm nervous, because I can't even do the basics right. All right, well, we're not full screen. They would have missed you dancing. Could you imagine? I'd be dancing fucking alone. Yeah, I know. Full screen, dum-dum. Listen, I fucking know. I can't help it.
So listen, you know how people do like the membership trains or whatever just in the beginning with the music? We should dance to the music and give somebody to do the membership, something different.
So, well, side note, I also created some donation train songs. They're really good.
Okay.
I created two and you have a choice. So instead of our intro music then, you know what I could have done? I could have started with the intro music. We could have came on and then I could have played one of the new songs.
And you could actually send me an option of which one to choose so I can have the beat down instead of not know what the hell I'm about to do.
Well, I figured it's going to be fun to surprise you.
Yeah.
But all right, which one do you want to dance to? Do you want to dance to our intro song?
Sure, whatever you want. I want to hear the dono, but whatever. We'll do the dono.
Let's do the dono one. All right. So there's two choices. There's dance and there's electro swing. Which one sounds more interesting?
Oh my God, we got a dono coming.
Is my TTS
dance.
on? I think it is.
I don't know.
We'll find out in a second. I missed you too, Cynthia. I missed everybody. I was whenever I take time off, I'm kind of nervous about coming back. But then as soon as I come back, it feels like home.
I know. Well, I'll tell you why I was nervous to come back once we get into everything. But I think today's a good day. We'll just express everything we're feeling because I really have to let some stuff out.
It is. But first, dance or swing?
Do swing. Hell with it. I don't even know what swing is, so I'll take a guess.
That's my favorite one. Okay, and I don't know why that TTS didn't come through, but hopefully it will. Okay, here's the premiere of one of the new donation train songs. Ready?
Let's go. Oh!
Express. I'm the conductor, feel the heat. Pulling up to the station, got generosity on repeat. Wallets open, hearts golden, rhythm fueling the ride. Donation train rolling.
I'm too close to the camera, dang.
Clink, clank, the coins rain, the rhythm never slows. Donation station buzzing where the good vibes grow. Dance to the swing.
Aww.
Ignite your soul. Hot Mess Express. We're reaching every goal. Steam rising, tracks blazing. The funk's on overload. electrify the journey, lighting up the dark. Clink, clank, the coins rain, the rhythm never slows. Donation station buzzing where the good vibes grow. Dance to the swing.
Thank you, Quantum Chris, for $20.
Ooh, let's go.
Thank you, Main Girl, for $1. I haven't been reading them. Fuck, I got distracted by
You're supposed to read.
Thank you, Gamers Asylum, for $5 and for gifting 5 memberships.
Hearts burning, we're unstoppable now. Horns blaring, lights flaring, donations taking a bow.
Walk Loaded with $10, saying, welcome back, Roxy. They're glad you're back.
Thank you. Welcome
And
back,
Bolo.
Becky. Thank God.
There's no room for fear.
I like this.
I know it's one of my favorite genres.
Slows. Donation station buzzing where the good vibes grow. Dance to the swing, let the beat ignite your soul. Hot Mess Express, we're reaching every goal.
Bolo with $5. Welcome back, Becky. Let's go, Roxy. Thank you. Okay, so
That was fun.
that was fun, but I kind of messed up reading everything. So
I know.
I need to do that.
I forgot about to
now.
read them.
I forgot that
Oh.
it's a donation train song, so people donate.
Hey, it's a dance that I don't know. It's a swing. I'll learn to dance to swing music, and then I'll come back better.
Here,
I was guessing.
I'm a little out of breath because I'm the fat one. So do you want to read the stuff? Because I need a drink.
Yes. Where'd you start? Let's see. Let's go back. We have to where I can see.
If you can't, I'll do it in a
Zach-
second.
Yeah, Zachary Wood for the 20. Great show and great dancing, guys. Good song. Oh my gosh, I can't even read. Good song. Welcome back, Becky. Glock Loaded for 99. Glad you're back, Roxy. Thank you very much, Glock. I miss you. Bolo, welcome back, Becky. Let's go, Roxy. Yes, I'm so glad she's back. Did you read it? How many more did you get them all or no?
I missed a lot. So
Quantum
Main Girl.
Chris.
Oh,
Okay, go ahead.
Main Girl, thank you for the $1. Quantum Chris with $20. Ayo, this be a groove. Electro swing is one of my favorite genres. I love it. I love it. The Gamers Asylum, I thanked you. And Biggie Smalls with $5. Welcome home, Becky. We're glad to have you back. How the fuck am I so out of breath? I barely moved. Good Lord.
Well, just think this summer I'm going to have your ass moving. So you're going to get used to it and love it.
It'll be good. And then Mama's the Bomb. Welcome to Band World. Okay, that's everybody now. But I
Okay.
don't know if my
Thank you guys so
TTS
much.
is on.
I didn't hear nothing. Mary, welcome to Cash Cow. Hello, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
If that's not Mary, I'm not sure.
Xylee just sent us a redirect from her channel. I guess she was streaming. Thank you, Xylee.
Oh, cool.
We appreciate it. All right.
Let me
so,
know if this is too loud because I have nothing on. If it's too loud, I'll turn it off.
To me, you sound okay, but I also have my AC blaring and my fan on full blast. So
So, yeah, this house is like 1901. I think it was built. It's really old fashioned. So we don't have central in this one. We don't have ACs.
could you aim your camera down a little bit?
Yes. Yes. Better?
Yes, better.
Okay.
Much
All right.
better. Okay, so yeah, so as you guys know, me and Roxy were gone. Well, I was gone for a couple days because I had a death in the family. And then Roxy had some stuff going on too. Do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, I mean, when it first happened, I mean, Tina kind of knew. She was actually yelling at my husband to get his ass in bed. So my husband was supposed to be in bed and he's constantly moving around. He's the type of person that don't want to sit. Long story short, I ended up telling Mike, I just have an emergency because of what happened last time. I didn't want to say anything because I was afraid of what was going to get out. And let me just say this now. I don't hold Mike or Keen grudges with them. You know, they didn't realize how serious it was and how private I wanted to be. So that was my fault. But just told him I had a little issue and I needed to take a day off. Well, he ended up having to go back because he got an infection because his staple popped from not doing what he was supposed to do.
Oh my God.
So yeah, so he fought with him. He didn't want to go. It took me 2 hours to beg him to go to the emergency room. Then when he got there, they wanted to admit him. He fought like hell. He signed himself out. So now instead of the nurses coming twice a day to flush his PICC line and give him the antibiotics, they'll be here 3 or 4 times a day. So that's part of it.
Wow. Did it hurt when the staple popped? Did he say anything?
He didn't say nothing to me at all because we don't sleep in the same bed right now because if I move or jab him. So I've been sleeping down here and I just go check on him at night or whatever. And I have a camera down here too. So he don't tell me things.
So
and then finally,
I missed a very little part of the beginning there. How did you know he needed to go to the hospital? I
he
got
had a
distracted by
fever.
chat.
Like he had a fever, and I know
fever,
once you
okay.
have when you have a fever, there's an infection going on. Your body's fighting an infection.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm wondering like what the hell's going on. And like I said, Tina was telling him, man, you better get your ass to that room. I'll go to New York myself and kick your ass. So I finally was looking over him and I seen it and it was like all red and like infected around it. And I was like, dude, there's staples missing. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
The
he's
staples
like, it's okay.
Oh, for some reason I thought the staples were on the inside, not on the
They
outside.
have the stitches on the inside, and then because of where they had to cut them twice, and the incision was so big, they did the staples on the out. So stitches on the inside, staples on the out, instead of what I'm saying, just stitches. Yeah. So it's not like the whole thing was open, but it just got infected because his shirt kept rubbing on it, and he's moving around, bending over. Shit he shouldn't have been doing.
Wow.
So yeah, I was freaking pissed. So he finally went, and that was part of it. And then I just have stuff going on with my daughter and everything like that. And I just figured, maybe I should just stop. It's not fair to you guys. I even wrote a letter to Mike and King, like why I wanted to leave, because I felt so bad.
Things were bad enough that you wanted to leave?
Well, yeah, because I look back in the last like maybe 3 of my videos, and I just seeing like it in myself, like it wasn't Roxy. There's Cam and there's Roxy. Yes, I'm both. And sometimes I could be the most evil cunt in the world. But I see in the side of me that like trying to be happy and trying to force myself to be entertaining. I don't want to force myself. I just want to do it.
Yeah.
And like, I just feel like it wasn't fair. I wasn't giving my all to the LCU. And somebody that's a chance of a lifetime, I'm taking up space for somebody that could be here. I just felt very, I don't know, it's in my feelings, I guess.
No, I get that, but you should never feel like you're taking this opportunity from someone else, because this opportunity was here for you. I mean, look at everybody who was originally on Milkers, and they're all gone, and it's just you left.
I know, and that's what I said in the letter. Like, everything that kept me holding on was Mike and King telling me, you're an entertainer, you belong here, and then the supporters. When I was going to the darkest time in my life, even people that hated me still had my back.
Yeah.
It's like I felt like I was letting them down the most. Like, they're not seeing Roxy, they're seeing Cam. Now that everybody knows my name, thank you, Tina.
Yeah, I'm surprised that's actually your name. I would have had no idea. I would have guessed you were like an Ashley or something.
Oh, Ashley, Maria. Yeah.
Thick Gemini with $2. She is back. Hey, Becky, SOS to Milkers and Queens. Oh, God, I have not. Thanks, Gemini. When I look at that, I associate you with the leaderboard, because that's the last thing you DM me with. And that's the last thing I wanted to fucking think about right now.
You know what? I think that leaderboard does get into our fucking head.
Fuck that stupid leaderboard. I want that shit gone. They're already, Kim's already like, just being the pain in the fucking ass he is. It's the 10th day of the month, and Kim was like, well, we might have to split up Queens, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, because we're at the bottom of the charts or something, and it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Maybe I had a fucking death in the family and took off. Of course we're at the bottom right now. Give us a few fucking days. I know. As if my last show I did on Queens before I got the news of like the death in my family, as if I didn't have a whole fucking breakdown that show. You think I needed more pressure, Kim? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that leaderboard it mentally fucks at you, because we can go and check Playboard, but we really don't. So we just check our channel and move on, When you see how it's lined up, it's like, what? And that's another thing got me so frustrated. Like, I'm a fucking loser, bro. Like, I'm at the last place of everything. Like, what the fuck is the sense? And it's just so frustrated.
Well, your show's been going through a lot, and like, I just started here. So, is this gonna play? Please play. Where the fuck is my TTS? Why is it not? That's members. Give me 1 second. I just want to see.
Yeah, Dawson
that's
with
why.
the 20.
I have it.
Yeah,
there it is. I just fixed it. I had it.
Quantum
that was my bad. Now it's going to come through.
Be approve greater than 3 less than.
Okay.
I'll
just read this last one. It'll come through eventually. But Dawson with $20. Welcome back, Becky, and much love, Roxy. Thank you so much. It's good to see you, Dawson.
Yeah, she's amazing. I like her.
I never got to see her much over on Queens, I don't think. So you have different people over here.
Yeah. Dawson, she's a beautiful woman. I mean, she's so generous and nice and really like a voice of reason. She's really nice.
In her little picture, she looks like a doll to me.
She came up on stage and like showed herself. She's beautiful.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's beautiful. I'm like, King definitely would have her around.
Super chatted $20.
There
great
it is.
Show and great dancing, guys, and good song. Welcome back, Becky.
Okay,
What do you
so,
mean I gotta humiliate myself some more? I do humiliate myself.
so now I have to look at the stupid leaderboard because
No.
Gemini just had to put it in my mind. Do you want to see it too? I'll
I
share
guess.
with you.
Like I haven't been on Discord or
Dawson
anything in
super
like 3
chatted
days.
$19.99.
Wait.
Welcome back, Becky, and much love, Roxy. Red heart emoji.
Okay.
There
Kiss
was-
mark emoji.
There was some before that.
Yeah,
That's
there was
weird.
one in between that I missed. Sorry, Zach. With $20, Zachary. Great show and great dancing, guys, and good song. Welcome back, Becky. Thank you. All right, so let me share this with you. I mean, I don't want to look at it, but since fucking Gemini had to
I'm
mention
telling you, he's
it.
a fucking shit
Well,
stirrer
he's
too.
a shit stir. He's starting all the fucking trouble. Here we are,
I know.
like, whoops, bonding. Get the. Oh, come on! Stop showing all my fucking windows. Get out!
Come
of
on,
here.
Rebecca, get with it.
Get
Fucking
out!
A.
God damn it!
Jesus.
Where's the fuck? Here it is. Good
Where are
Lord.
you? Okay, there you go. God.
Oh God, it's gonna be a day. Oh my God, yeah, Milkers is all the.
Oh God.
yeah, that's-
Yes.
All right, we have to
Yes.
fix this. We have to fix this. We're gonna fix it,
I know.
Roxy. Oh my
God.
God. Oh
And
my
it's
God.
like right
So-
now, yeah. It's like right now, this is like my only income. Like I'm thinking, what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm
Oh,
telling my
God.
husband, oh, I make good money over here. I'm fucking 10th place now. Like what the fuck?
So right now
Oh.
we're at the bottom. Milkers is at the bottom for super chats, the bottom for gifted members,
Yes.
and
Yes.
oh no, oh
Yes.
no,
I know, Becky, stop it.
oh no. 3 pay pigs though. 3 pay pigs though. Thank you, pay
Yes,
pigs.
thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank
that
you.
is depressing. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Yeah.
Gemini, why? Oh fuck! Now I'm stuck in the matrix.
Becky,
Hang
what
on.
are you doing with your life right now?
I can't. I'm rusty, okay? I've been gone
my
a few
God.
days.
I see that shit.
We were at the
Oh,
bottom
that's
for
cool that it
subs
does
too.
that.
I think we're at 42 or something, I think it was. So we need subs
Yeah.
and we need members. And we need
Yeah.
everything. We need help. We need
Well,
we
listen,
need
yeah, a lot
God.
of yes, I know. A lot of people say, "Oh, Roxy, you can't do this, you can't do that." Look at even on Queens, like it's. I don't think the LCU is built like for a one man show. I mean, unless you're super entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would love to see each host try to do 3 days on their own and just to see what happens because
I
I feel
know.
like I'm doing like what am I doing wrong? What am I doing?
Well, it's
like, not-
it's only the amount of hours worked. That's why, because you didn't do the
That's
first
true.
weekend of the month, so there's that, and then you missed a whole stream yesterday, and we're
Yeah.
right towards the beginning still. So that's 2 whole days gone, where some people did 12-hour streams or however long they go. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't know what everyone's been up to. Thick Gemini gave $2 to say broke back milkers. Guess that milk's running dry. Maybe for Roxy. My milk is still fresh.
my milk, actually, I can still have kids. I can still produce. So
She
I don't
got
want to hear
that powdered milk.
it. Almost. It's about there.
I'm kind
Whatever's
of.
left of it.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of shocked you could still have kids. Does that sound
I know,
bad?
right?
I don't know. I just
No, it's like when me and my husband are intimate. It's like, oh my god, am I going to get pregnant? Like it's still a thing.
oh my
It's
God,
scary.
could you imagine?
No, I can't. God,
Grandma Roxy becoming Mama Roxy again.
I
Or-
know.
that
My
would be so
grandkids will be
weird.
in. How would that work? My grandkids will be. Oh my god, my kid will be like my newborn will be an aunt and uncle already.
That is
1 day
pretty
old,
crazy.
auntie, whatever. I know. Yeah. That's
So I guess
insane.
she really is 50, not 60. When do most
I'm
people
not.
lose it? Around around 50-ish, right? That's what I
Well,
thought.
once you go through menopause, I mean, I haven't been through menopause.
I haven't
or
thought
anything
about
yet, so
menopause in a few years. I kind of blocked
Yeah.
the fact that happens out of my head. So when,
It's crazy. Yeah, my mom had all them kids, and she went through like an early menopause, like in her early 40s, I think.
oh wow.
So yeah, it's weird. Yeah, she had so many kids, and then just went to my me. So yeah, I'm 15 still.
Maybe you'll
So
be
good to go.
like, I saw an article not that long ago about like,
Max does
Fucking
things
Tina.
super chatted $19.99. What's Roxy's name? Love you, Roxy Foxy.
Fucking Cam. God,
what's
Anyway.
your full name, Cameron?
how do you know them things? Like how?
Well, I
It could have
peeked
been
on
anything.
Queens. I looked at
Oh.
Queens, so I think I kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
remember a little bit,
Yeah.
but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
And Red Skull gave $2 to say he'd love to work with you again. What did you do with Red Skull?
Well, I think he did some my video, that short. Remember that short I had me dancing in the did you see it?
No.
It's on our members only. I put it up on our members only. It's me just being like from the day I started up until my last IRL when I was doing the dono training in the parking lot. It's really good.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
good video. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a member on this channel. And, oh my
Well,
God,
hey.
side note, we actually have things to talk about, but it's like we're catching up, or I feel like I'm catching up
Yeah.
because I've been gone for a few days. I was so mad because I saw one of my subscriptions auto-renewed, and I'm like, what the fuck am I subscribed to right now? I hate everybody. What the fuck am I subscribed to? And it was Dolls, because I was still a member from when they were Tech Madhouse.
Oh,
And then
Madhouse.
it renewed as fucking Dolls. I guess they
The
were the
worst
tech
show ever.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? I just supported Dolls. Fuck this
Yeah.
auto-renew motherfucking bullshit. Fuck you, Dolls.
Yeah, that's what I do when I get it gifted. It's like I go through all my things. Okay, this is not auto renew. It's not, there's like 3 of them auto renew too. The other ones, fuck that. And like you said, I'm pissed at everybody, so I just want to
Because I'm
cancel
not-
everything.
Here's the thing, I don't mind supporting other shows, but I'm not even a member on our own fucking channel. That's
Yeah,
why
I
I didn't
know.
even know we had members only videos. Because
God.
I don't hang out like on our profile much. I only do that when we're on the stream. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm on my personal account because I like have YouTube Premium, don't have to deal with ads and shit. So yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't even know we had a members only video. But I know when fucking Dolls charges my credit
Sure did.
card, that I know.
They're laughing at you. They're saying you gave Dolls money.
Fuck Dolls. God, I could have bought a real doll for $10, a cuter
Right?
one, and one that
Yeah.
knows when to be quiet. I'm like Pup Star.
Exactly. Oh, she's a friggin' wreck, that girl.
Ugh.
My face is all blotchy. I'm so stressed. It's terrible. And my skin was never this bad.
All right, so
bad.
let's talk about things a little bit right before we jump in. ETX with $2. You've been missed on Queens, Becky. Welcome back. Thank you. I'm really glad to be back. Sorry, one of my cats was making a sound. There's still a chance I might end up needing some more time off, but not right now. Like, I'm able to come back for now, and I'm going to try to not take more time off. And then if I have to, maybe it'll just be like for a day or something, so
Yeah.
it doesn't cause such a burden. Because,
I totally get it.
yeah,
Trust me, get
I
it.
know it's hard. I don't know how, when you were saying you haven't been yourself, I don't know how you've been doing it with all this stuff.
I know. That's just, I feel, and like, that's only just the surface, you know. There's a
Yeah.
couple things I told you that, you know, I don't really want to get into here, but there's stuff with my daughter, you know, that it's a really bad situation that she's here and just trying to deal with that too. And it's just really, really hard. I don't, why do we cry? I mean,
Because it
I don't
means a
know.
lot. It's very emotional because, like, you're just using words, but all the feelings are still there underneath it all, and it has an
Yeah.
impact, you know?
Yeah, it's like I can literally make probably a Lifetime movie out of my life right now. It's just hectic.
I was just
No,
thinking they're
so-
going to have to change the name from Lol Cow Milkers to Lol Cow Therapy. For
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
This is
a
like
whole
turning
rebranding.
into our fucking therapy channel over here.
Yeah.
But, well, is there anything that you're going through that you feel like you want to talk? See, it really is like therapy that you feel like you want to talk about right now?
It's just like, I don't know. It's just like the hosts, like they're constantly on our ass, especially mine and yours. Like I'll speak for myself, but like with Xylee, Roxy is not entertainment. Roxy needs somebody. Roxy can't do it on her own. Well, bitch, guess what? If I had one fucking cat and can stream for 15 hours a day and do anything, like nothing else but concentrate on this, I would have more hours and more members and stuff too. I have life that I have to attend to. And I'm so sick and tired. When Tina was up there this whole weekend, Queens didn't do too well. You don't see her complaining about Tina. Oh, Tina can't entertain. It's
Yeah.
always me. People are always attacking the people that, you know, are really trying, and I'm just getting sick of it.
Well, there's a thing, and I don't want to throw Tina under the bus by saying any of this, but like, Xylee will call out everyone. Not everyone. She calls out the people she doesn't like for the most part.
Yeah.
And the ones she likes, she just sweeps for. Like, she'll get mad at me for one thing, and Tina's done the same fucking thing. But
Yes.
Xylee doesn't even see it. It's like she's got Tina on a fucking pedestal.
Right, and that's fine, right? Like if her name wasn't Xylee Gets Real and like she keeps it 100, that'll be
Yeah.
fine. But you know, and she says all the time, if I see something, whether I like you or not, I'm gonna call it out. Well, why aren't you calling it out for Tina? And I love
Never.
Tina. I'm not trying to disrespect
Not
her.
once. Not once. She never calls out any inconsistencies, anything. Whereas if I
Yeah.
say one rogue word or if I breathe the wrong way,
Yeah.
when I'm fucking grieving and I gave my opinion on something and she's in here calling me a retard
Yeah.
over and over and over. Matt G, thank you for being a cash cow for 1 month. He wrote, Fat Girl
Thank
Summer,
you.
sponsored by Krispy Kreme's Glazed Donuts. I didn't see the whole Fat Girl Summer song. I saw part of it, though. Did you?
I seen because I'm a morning person, so I bake my bread. I
Yeah.
watch the cafe. I heard it on cafe today, so that's all I heard of it. What is the whole Fat Girl Summer thing? What is it?
I think it's just an AI song they created, but I didn't watch it. I just saw a little video somebody made on Reddit and I saw it there.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah.
I have not been paying attention to anything in the LCU. Can I say something? It's not just because I had a death in the family, but it's because when I'm not here, the LCU is really fucking boring. I'm like, I'm serious. I even
I
entertain
honestly-
myself.
Yeah, I didn't. I haven't watched anything in the last couple days. I think the last time I streamed was the last time I even watched it. I haven't been in Discord, so I don't know. Even people that don't like you on Queens, you're like, I hate it that I even have to say this, but I miss Becky. Like
Yeah.
even people that don't like you on Queens, I don't know. It's just it's not like we need you to be entertainment. You're so easy to bounce off of,
Oh,
and
thanks.
yeah, it's like instead of sitting here staring at the camera, thinking what to talk to, you can actually conversate with somebody and carry a conversation.
Yeah.
And it's easy to bring content like that.
Yeah,
So,
totally.
I don't know.
I
Yeah,
felt like
and-
that a lot when I did like one show with Wings, and it was like, oh, he's
Mm-hmm.
actually really good at asking probing questions, and it's something you don't get to see him use that skill a lot, but when he did,
Right.
he's really good. Jessica Pizzle, welcome to Band World. So
Thank
good
you,
to see your
Jessica.
name. And Nikki with $2.
no.
I'm so sorry. My Yorkie passed on Saturday. Love Queens and Milkers. Oh, I'm so sorry,
Oh,
Nikki.
Sorry, yeah.
Nikki, I
Yes.
saw you asking while I was gone. I didn't send the shirt. I don't know if Tina took care of it, but I saw I could just send you the money for the shirt. So as long as Tina hasn't taken care of it, I will do that today.
Yeah, well, make sure Tina, because I'm sure.
I'll
pretty
check
sure
with Tina
texted-
first just
yeah.
to make sure. But yeah, I'll take care of that. So okay, all right, so we've kind of figured we could like talk about everything that's going on in our lives today and catch up because I'm going through a lot of stuff too.
Yeah.
Before I go into that, do you who wants to start? Do you want to start or should I start?
Well, you can start. I mean,
All
if
right.
you want to, you can start.
So
Because I mean, you've been away, and a lot of people were asking, and it's nobody's
Yeah,
business.
yeah.
It's not our business to tell. It's yours. So.
Oh, okay. So the thing with my family member who died, I took off time. I figured it would help me process it. I was already feeling like a little burned out just from doing 2 shows. It's like you have to ramp up to being able to handle all that, right? It's exhausting. How did you feel when you did 2 shows in a day?
Yeah, like when you did, I'm thinking, what is so hard, Becky? You're sitting
Yeah.
here for 2 hours. No, like the mental part and preparing, it's
exhausting,
hard.
right?
It is.
Because even
So
just
until you actually do it, it's easier to sit here and judge. But yeah, like you said, especially running OBS.
yeah, and also you just
know.
like run out of small talk, especially because you
Yeah.
can't reuse it because people watch both shows. So it's not like
Yeah.
you get to recycle any of it. So, and especially if you're with somebody where it takes effort to pull out conversation and stuff. So I was already going through a lot with that. And then it was really weird. I didn't end up processing anything about my family member at all, which is kind of what I took the time off for, to try to be healthy about it, process it, and not just bury it. Instead, see, I could get ready to cry too.
I know my stomach's hurting just thinking about it.
Instead, as usual, I'm going to take it and make it all about me. This is what I do. But
No, you deserve it. People want to know. And
well, his death made me reflect on some things with myself, like looking at how like early he died and stuff like that. And I feel like if I don't get control of my life, I might end up having the same fate. Like I really take a lot of shit for granted. And I have got to stop doing that. And it was a massive, massive wake up call. Just huge. Because what happened was, I'm going to be super open with you guys right now. So please don't weaponize any of this against me. But I would like to share because some of this
that's
stuff.
what I'm afraid of.
I
to
know,
Be
me
open and then it be
too.
weaponized against me.
But I'm just going to put out some of it. But so you guys know how my house was messy and I was doing a really good job getting things in order. And then it started falling apart again because I just didn't have the time or energy or whatever to keep up after it. Well, so it got to a breaking point, plus the passing of my family member where I was like, all right, I'm going to be busy having to do stuff with that. I really have to get my own house in order. Why? Because my family member, I believe they suffered from mental health issues. And, I do too.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, why I need to clean so badly and I just can't do it. Why can't I do it? Like I would feel better if I could, everything. And I'm trying to make myself and I just couldn't. And I couldn't understand why. And then YouTube with its brilliant algorithm had been recommending like ADHD videos to me. And I was like, oh, I don't have ADHD. That's like stupid. I'm not hyperactive. There's no way. I'm like a sloth. Turns out after watching a few, I'm like 99% sure I have ADHD. And one of the symptoms, apparently, Hemi, it's so good to see you.
Hemi Zach super chatted $23.99. Hi Becky, rose emoji.
Thank you. I always love how he gives a rose. He's such a gentleman.
Yeah, that's cute.
Such a gentleman.
I never seen him. Did he ever come up on your panel? I never seen him.
He's never been up, but I've seen his picture.
No.
He's cute. He's good looking
Is he?
too. Yeah. Anyway, he's a good looking one. Never mind. I was gonna say, I'll just fucking say it. He doesn't look like he belongs in our Discord.
Oh, geez. Well, there's a couple of them I think are like that, you know, that you would think like, what the hell are you doing here?
Yeah, right?
You know?
Like, you're too good to be here. Did you, like, sir, are you lost?
I know. Bobby Joe, welcome to Cash Cow. Wow, thank you.
Thanks, Bobby. So anyway, like, it turns out one of the symptoms is like, could be a messy house like mine, especially for the type of ADHD I think I have, because there's like apparently a break there's like the executive thinking part, executive function part of your brain that actually decides to execute tasks, to do things. And apparently in some people with ADHD, that part doesn't really work properly. And that's exactly what I struggle with. I know everything I want to do, but like, let's say I had to move my mouse right now. If it was one of the things that paralyzes me, I would literally know all you have to do is take your hand and move it to the mouse. And I literally can. Like, I really get stuck. And so it turned out, I think that's what I've been going through. So I was like, well, I haven't been diagnosed or anything, but let's try looking at tips for managing ADHD. I put some of the tips into practice. Amazing. My whole life feels different. I'm like, oh my God, a lot of things make sense now. I got like this app that really helps me with scheduling things so I don't have to think so much about every little thing. I'm getting myself on a routine again. So like,
see, that's what, with ADHD, people think like, okay, you have to be hyper. You can't sit, you can't pay attention.
Yeah.
No, that's not it. There's like different types of ADHD. There's ADD, ADHD. And then like you said, the part where your brain like makes you want to move, that part doesn't work. And it does the complete opposite. And like makes you not do it. Like you're froze, like, holy fuck, I can't do it. No matter what you try to do, you just can't do it.
yeah.
You want to throw up just thinking about having to do it.
Yeah, or
you
you
know?
just can't. And I'll get that way about certain things. And like, I just can't overcome it. And in the past, I blamed that on depression or my physical health issues or whatever. But no, it turns out like the depression and anxiety that I struggle with so much are because of the ADHD most likely. So
and if you combine all that with that,
Yeah.
it's a struggle. So
that ADHD is called lazy. Well, that's kind of how I viewed myself. And I think for a lot of women too, with how they go undiagnosed, the things that I think it's inattentive ADHD. That's what it's called. That's the type. Inattentive. That's the kind I'm pretty sure I have. And it turns out a lot of like women, one of the reasons they don't get diagnosed is because the things that holds you back from doing, it just gets blamed on you being a shitty woman, like not keeping a clean house. It's like, oh, shitty woman, you're failing as a woman. Or, oh, you know, like some things I was finding out, like there's sometimes I'll have to like go run an errand and maybe a place is going to close. So I've already procrastinated. I'm running late. I hate to be late, and then I'll go to get my keys and they're not there, or my glasses, and then I have to look through my whole house to find them, and apparently that's all ADHD stuff, and I had no idea.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it's weird how you can just, you know, and it's weird like how you got that ad, you like out of nowhere.
Okay,
and then
I have to tell you more about that. It's wild. Thick Gemini with $2. Same Becky. I was told anxiety missed with OCD. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have a whole list in my head of what I think I am, but I need to actually get to a therapist and go through some of it. I've mostly just been working through it all on my own. But
yeah, I've been diagnosed with MDD, like major depressive disorder, and a major anxiety disorder with CPTSD. So those are my 3 diagnoses. I don't know what else I can probably have. Who knows?
Yeah, the only 2 I've ever had were like PTSD and bipolar type 2, which I'm not sure if I still have or if that might have been ADHD too. A lot of the symptoms line up completely.
Yes.
They
a lot
line
of people
up
are
completely.
misdiagnosed too, just for depression.
So
You're depressed. Oh, you're depressed.
Yeah, because, you know, like a lot of people have bipolar and they don't actually know because they just go in for depression. They get the depression treated and they don't know about the rest. So, and then some of the medications I take mess with that. Like if I take prednisone for too long, it could put me in a manic state or hypomanic. It's a whole fucking thing.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, that's like all
Go back
this.
to the ad thing. I want to hear that.
Oh yeah, the
get off
how
that.
it recommended that video. Okay, so this is fascinating. The algorithm on YouTube is so fucking smart. So I first realized that like narcissism was a problem in my life because I was in a relationship and looking on YouTube like how to deal with certain situations. And before I knew it, YouTube started recommending videos on narcissism and then covert
That's
narcissism
creepy.
and then more. And I'm like, oh my God, these are literally the answers to my entire fucking life. And like they click, you know? It tried to recommend some autistic videos, not really. Then it recommended the ADHD, and I'm like, oh my God. Once again, like it's one of those things, as soon as you see it, you know, like, oh my God, that's it. And it's just so smart. It recommends it. This was just like 10 years ago, actually probably 12 years ago now, there was a story about a Target, I think it was, that got sued because I think it was a teenage girl had been buying like pickles, ice cream, stuff like that. And then the coupon system at Target started recommending coupons for pregnancy tests, pregnancy stuff. And then one day her dad went shopping, got those coupons, and he's like, what the fuck is going on? And it turned out she was pregnant.
Pickles, ice cream. What the hell?
It turned out she was pregnant, and their systems detected it before she knew. And it's the same thing with YouTube.
Insane.
Yeah, like honestly, YouTube is a better therapist. I've been to real therapy. YouTube is a better therapist than real therapy because you've got therapists on YouTube.
Free.
And
let me just say something.
yeah.
People are saying, "Oh, I don't know." I'm not saying Becky has this. I'm just saying a lot of people are misdiagnosed. I'm not saying Becky was misdiagnosed. From my personal experience, my daughter was misdiagnosed with bipolar, and she actually has something else that's way serious that medicine can't help.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I'm just saying. It's crazy. Yeah, how that.
Yeah.
Are you on prednisone? Do you take prednisone?
Not anymore, but there was a period.
Okay.
Actually, that's why I failed my weight loss surgery. So Greek girl or Greeky, if you're here, you always love to try to throw in my face that I failed weight loss surgery. Bitch, it was because of medication I took because of my illness. What happened was I had gotten down to 180 pounds and then I had to start taking prednisone. My RA got out of control. I had to go on a high dose of prednisone and I was on it for years and just like this. And it was during COVID, which was even worse. So I got stuck in lockdown. I eat to like calm myself. I was very emotionally dysregulated. Add all that to the prednisone and my weight just went up and I couldn't stop it. And it was wild because I told myself I'll never regain. I would literally rather die than regain. I was never going to let myself, but it happened anyway. And the medication caused it. Like there were other things, but the medication made it so that like if normally you might eat one banana, I would have to eat 5 bananas and still not be full. And it was like uncontrollable, you know?
Yeah.
Cynthia Breyer gave $10. Sorry, Roxy, you were going to say something?
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
She said, my 18-year-old son has severe autism, and I can't even begin to explain how much anxiety and depression has taken over my life. I fear so much for his future when I pass. Oh, yeah, that's heavy, Cynthia.
Well, I'll just go ahead and say this. I'll just say it. My youngest daughter, was diagnosed with, major anxiety disorder for years, depression and bipolar. Well, it came out finally after all kinds of tests that she has borderline personality disorder.
I thought it was going to be that as soon as you said that.
My Discord or crashed or my YouTube. Anyway, yeah, it was, and I didn't know how to handle it. Like my husband and I, we had to go to Betty Ford Center to learn how to deal with her, and it's like she's better now as she gets older, but it's so hard. It's like so depressing to deal with her. And it's so sad to watch this poor child that is such a good kid, never got in trouble, never did a drug, in school, studying psychology, full-time job, and dealing with this. And it's like when she gets into her outrages, it's such a scary thing. And it's like, how do you handle it? And that's another thing on top of my older one I'm dealing with. It's so much of my life. Like I said, it's a lifetime fucking story.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, see, luckily I'm pretty much a loner, so I don't have to deal with most people's mental health, just mine. So it's
like when I put this weekend, like how I always said I was afraid to eat because I'm afraid to get back in the BED thing. That's what I did this weekend. I was so done. I said, fuck it. I ate everything in my fridge. And then yesterday? I cried for hours. Like, oh my God, I'm on my way back. I was in the gym. Like, it's terrible. My mind is so fucked right now. And I don't want a trauma dump. I don't.
No,
it's
it's
today,
okay.
We're getting it out, and this is, I told them, like, in order for me to move on, I need to let them know, I'm here, I'm going through stuff. If you guys don't feel like I need to be here and you want something else, I'll step away. I don't want to step away, but I don't want to ruin it for the supporters, if I'm not doing exactly what I want to do.
Yeah, I think, I'm fine with it. I think they're okay with it. Jay Warren says in the chat, I've got couldn't give a shit disorder. They're asking if I do lewd things with a banana. No, I don't.
Jesus.
Lord.
Oh, yeah. Somebody said, that the DBT therapy, she is actually starting that. She's starting that for that. So.
Yeah, it's well, with borderline, I hear in a large part people kind of age out of it by the time they're like 40, because the people who suffer with it have often stopped having as many interpersonal relationships.
Yeah.
Max does things super chatted $19.99. Depression and anxiety cause severe anger. Nice that you guys are talking about the stuff Keem will never talk about. I hate the snap out of it group.
Yeah, we'll probably get chewed out for it, but I mean, what the hell? I'm going to talk about it because this is what I feel today.
Though, because that's the thing. They're always telling us, be the real you. Well, this is it. It doesn't get more real than some of the shit we're going through. And all the time it takes processing it. You know, when it hit me today was I was talking to my mom before this stream. And I'm almost going to cry if I just say it. All she did was say about the person who died. She just said, they loved you so much as a kid. And just hearing that, I'm forcing myself to not cry because it's one of those things I feel like, oh my God, if I even think about that for another second, it's going to make everything collapse. And then I'm going to start processing it now. And I can't start processing it now. I'm just coming back to work today,
Yeah. I have a question. You don't have to answer it if you don't want to. But do you feel like now that he's gone, like did you spend a lot of time with him, or now do you feel like you wish you could have spent more time with him? Like, do you have are you guilty? Feel guilty in any way, or? Because I did with my dad.
His mental health kept him from spending more time with us. He cut off a lot of the family. And so, I think we don't know what it was because he wouldn't seek treatment. We think it was schizophrenia. He had cut off everybody. And so I didn't really have the choice. And when I did, I tried to talk to him. But then it was like, he was just, you can tell when you're talking to somebody and they're not quite in their right mind.
Yeah.
I wasn't really connecting with him. I was connecting with him in his current state, or what was his current state with his mental illness, Yeah. I had wanted to reconnect with him more though, because as a kid, he was like my favorite person. Him and my one, there was one other family member who they were my two favorites. Because he was like a clown. He was very handsome, good-looking guy. Kids are always attracted to that, right? You like the happy, smiling, good-looking person, and and he was so fun, the most hilarious, and just as a kid, just the absolute best. Yeah. I don't know.
That's how my kids are. Yeah, with me, as old as I am, all my even my grandkids' friends, I'm such a cool person. I'm funny to them. I make jokes, and they're like, "How is your grandma so cool?" It's and that's how you feel. I can picture that because my kids are like that with me. You have an uncle that's just the funniest, the best person you want to be around all the time. And then with me, my mental health, it stops me because I pull away from my grandkids and I don't do the things I should be doing with them. And I've been doing that for the past month since they've been here. And I feel guilty, which sucks. So.
Pickled and Pure gave $5 to say, I love the genuine conversation going on, ladies. Thank you. The drama is entertaining in small doses. I hope the gnome and kid behind a camera don't ruin a good host pairing. I think it's weird because me and Roxy were so up and down, right? We have these amazing fun streams where she goes IRL, and then we have streams like this, and it's a real mix. We're like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. But it's as genuine as we can be, I think, without giving away too much information. It's very hard because I want to open up 1,000%, but then I have to remember I'm on the internet and I have to remember the people I'm in front of. There's one person right in the chat right now, Candy Cane, is it? Saying, oh, grow up, Becky. Yeah. Imagine. And he said, making money. Somebody else said using a death in the family and mental illness as content. First of all,
this is why. Yeah.
If any YouTuber has a mental illness, does that mean they're using a mental illness as content? Or is that just the person creating content and they happen to have a mental illness? Some people have a really skewed way of thinking. And also, in my mind, stuff that's done for content is usually hyped up. If I was doing this for content, I'd be like, all right, when we hit the next dono goal, I'll tell you the next story about my dead family member. Is that what we're doing today? Have we
And it
even...
makes me wonder, like, what does that candy cane have going on in their life that they're so fucking miserable to people that are literally just sitting here talking and trying to be genuine, and then they're gonna sit there and try to fucking say some sick shit like that? What is going on in their life? Maybe they need help. Maybe they need to reflect on what the fuck is going on in their life instead of judging us. It's just really annoying. It's really annoying.
And Candy Cane wrote, "My God, can we move on now?" Well, Roxy and I can't move on
we
because
can't.
this is our show and we are here until 6 p.m. You can move on though.
You can move on.
You can move on. We can't, but you
can always move on. Right.
You're also welcome to stay, but if you're going to stay, you might as well try to enjoy it because I can't imagine hate watching about a mental health topic. That's kind of not fun hate watching material.
Yeah. And talking about, a death you just went through, and why would you want to? I mean, I wouldn't want to stay if it bothered me. Just go on. You're more, like I said, you're more welcome to stay, but I don't want to. If something's going to trigger you, if you don't like it, then you can leave. I don't know.
I think it's good to what Pickled and Pierre said about this being a genuine conversation. I feel like there's a big place for conversations like this everywhere in the world, but especially in the LCU, because I know I'm 39 and I still don't know how to handle a lot of things. I'm 39 and in many ways I just feel like a lost child in an adult body. So if I feel that way, I know other people do too. So if I say anything that could be helpful for anybody, even if it's just that they realize they're not struggling alone, or maybe you say something that makes somebody think about things a different way. Cynthia just sharing what she did about her son.
Yeah.
I'll stop for a second for this.
Brandon Long Vlogs super chatted $19.99. I suffer from the severe depression and anxiety. I remember every time I would get anxiety, it will feel like I had a heart attack, but I did not love the show. Take care of your health.
Thank you. Well, I'm sorry you struggle with such anxiety. I lost my train of thought.
I know, me too. What were you saying?
It's like
About you're 39 and you feel like
that I barely know how to handle stuff, and I still
me
tend
too at
to
50.
We both are. Sorry, ignore the two flies. I don't know why they come in fucking pairs, and there's two giant fly. Oh God!
If you have a window open, that's it. Especially
well, I
right now.
I have it's somewhere in my house. I must have a hole in one of my screens, so I've got to go through and figure that out. But it's fucking two of them, and they love shaking their little fucking asses right in front. There's a whole ass house they could be in, a whole ass house, but they have to.
They're
be
going to go
right
in front
here.
of Becky's camera to fuck with her. Yeah, they're going to troll Becky today. Let the LCs see two little flies that got in. Let's troll her.
The fly's probably doing a little booty pose, like it lands on the camera. And it's like, like get the fuck out of here, stupid fly. Caitlin Boyle, welcome to Beyond World. Thank you. I just figure even if it's showing like that's what I was gonna say. Even Cynthia just talking about her son, it's like I've known Cynthia all this time just from seeing her around, and it's like I already kind of have a vision of you in my head, and that would have never been part of my vision. I would have had no idea, because you come here and you're always so supportive to everybody that I wouldn't have known you're struggling, which actually is probably why you're so supportive, because you're probably empathetic. But
perfect thing. I've known Cynthia for about 4 or 5 years now. I know her just from
really?
Girl World. From years. And
I had no idea she's over in Girl World.
And what pissed me off so bad about that Foodie Beauty, Cynthia, and she's the type of person that she just wants to support and give everybody a chance. She has some autism, so she knows. So she would support Chantel and get hate for it. And then one day she said something about her son having autism, and the Foodie Beauty just like ripped into her ass, tore into her, and my heart broke for her. Like, you're fucking disgusting. This woman is here supporting you all the time, and the second she said something that really bothered me, and I felt bad for Cynthia. And she was so supportive. So Cynthia's amazing, amazing woman.
Glam Mayhem wrote in the chat, I think this is such a good comment because I feel like a ton of people go through this. She wrote, I've had so much loss and trauma in traumatic situations in my life that now at 56, I've learned to keep it all in. Things don't faze me like they used to. I'm afraid if I cry, I'll never stop. So that was how I lived most of my life. Just I went through certain traumatic things. I was just like, well, just push it down and let's just pretend it didn't even happen, and just kept moving forward until one day they say that, like in a lot of spiritual or self-help books I've read, or like Eckhart Tolle says this a lot, the cause of disease is ease, not being at ease with yourself.
Right.
Yeah, when you're
wow.
holding everything in and it turns into disease. Well, that's exactly what's happened with me, holding in all that energy. I went through so much and just held it in and wouldn't let myself process it until it just turned into something more, until it forced me to stop in my tracks and have to address it because I got to the point where I couldn't like, look at my house. I could not function normally with it. Like,
Right.
you know?
Right. Yeah. And like with me, like being in a hospice, I see deaths, tons of deaths, you know,
Yeah.
and you get used to it after a while. But when it comes to your family, especially the ones you really love, it's so hard. It's like so hard. Now, like my husband, every day, it's like I'm afraid to go in because like, what if he's not breathing one day? You know,
Yeah.
and it's every day it's a scary freaking thing. And I gotta learn for these at least these 2 hours just to leave it out and come here and do my job. What I really and I don't want to leave the LCU. I love it. And this right here, had I not had this, like I honestly missed you because I couldn't do the IRL content and stuff like that. That gives me them 2 hours of like,
Yeah.
I can breathe, you know. So
And who knows, maybe tomorrow we'll do something like more fun like that. Who knows? We'll see how we feel
Yeah.
after today. I used to do that a lot with Queens. Like Queens was my escape. This is almost like a behind the scenes interview, isn't it? It's kind of weird.
right, yeah,
It
yeah,
kind of
it
is because it's like
Stuff we don't
therapy,
talk
but
about.
plus that because it's like that's what I used to do with Queens. It was totally my escape. I like back in January, I was going through some of the worst stuff ever, but I just took my time on Queens. We did the shock collars, the pies to the face, all of it because it just let me channel it into something else, you
Yeah.
know, and let me turn the hurt into creativity. It's like if you're into magic or whatever, that's what you would call modern day alchemy. You're transforming something negative into something
Yeah.
beautiful that helps people. So, but some days it's just too fresh. Like you're going through something right now. I'm going through something right now. We're both going through it at the same time. So,
Yeah. I actually started writing because it's spent a lot of time just like sitting upstairs or like at the ER yesterday. And I wrote my little note to Keem in them. I actually did you ever write something like a whole text message out and then you wrote it, but then you deleted it, but you feel better because you wrote it, even though you didn't send it?
no, I know you're supposed to do that to make things feel better, but I can't not send it because I feel like I've written. Here's what happens in my delusional brain. I feel like what I've written is such a masterpiece and expresses me so well that I must send it, or else I'm doing the other person a disservice.
A disservice? God, Becky.
Yes.
Jesus.
I swear to
Sometimes-
God.
I'll spend 20 minutes writing something. I'll be like, yeah, I'm fuck that. And I'll look at it and be like, nah, but I'll feel better because I've written it out.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! Actually, I have a bit of a story about that fat camp when I still wasn't sure about going, and me and Keem were trying to work things out. This one night, I stayed up all night because I had an idea for if I did go to fat camp, what we could do as like an entrance, and it didn't end up happening. But I had what I thought was the most brilliant idea. I was like, this is fucking it. I was so motivated. I spent all night trying to craft my text message, and it was only probably like 5 or 6 sentences, but trying to craft it just perfectly so that it would hit Keem the right way so he would want to go for it. And I stayed up all night doing that, sent it in the end for him to just pretty much ignore it anyway and want to do something
Yes.
different. It's like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? But yeah, so I definitely overthink and write all that stuff, but the only way writing it down helps is if I do it in a journal specifically, and I have to be in a really like uncomfortable place to get to the point where I need to journal it out. But usually if I get like that, what I'll do is I'll take a gummy because it helps like it makes me relax. So I'm not so anxious about the stuff I have to think through.
Yeah.
And then I could just let out everything about how I feel. And then before I finished, I usually feel better.
See, I wish gummies would work for me. I wish, but they get me paranoid.
Well,
I don't
do you
know.
still have the gummy from your kids?
I do.
Girl.
I do.
I think we
Let me
have a
see.
goal for Friday. I'm not
Oh
gonna
yeah,
say
I'll
today.
keep it. Yeah, I do have it.
No, I wasn't going to make you do it today.
Yeah.
I mean, I would,
No,
but
Well, we can do it for Friday though, because
yeah,
that'd
for
be like,
Friday. I think we should make
Yeah.
that a goal.
yeah, because I can take it before, because it takes a good hour or so to kick in. So if I do it like an hour before our show, and I don't know. Let's see something.
Maui, that message I sent is not the one that Keem turned into a song. That one was the perfect example of what I was saying. I wrote something really fast and impulsively, and I read it over, and I'm like, damn, this is good. I don't care what it sounds like. I need to send it. And then Keem turns it into a fucking AI song. It's like, well,
yeah, I remember that.
I guess it was good. It was good enough to turn it into something.
Yeah,
so.
it sounded good. It was interesting. It's like a song that you wanted to hear. I played it a couple times. I just laughed. I was like, wow.
So mad when he did that because I felt like I poured my fucking heart out just for that bastard gnome to turn around and turn it into a fucking song. My deepest feelings about quitting. Now it's hilarious, but at the time I was fucking mad. I was so mad.
I can imagine, yeah. He's like, he looked at me, he's like, he's like, he even literally said, I looked at this shit, I'm like, I'm not fucking reading this shit. Don't put it in an AI song and listen to it. It's like, Keem, what the fuck, dude?
Well, this is what Keem says he does in relationships. Like, he says he just doesn't fight. He's just like, no, figure yourself out and come back when you're ready. That's like what he did with me. Like, I was fucking fighting, and then the bitch is just having fun like it's recess and turning my shit into music.
Don't that make you even more mad? Like,
I was so mad because I was serious. Like, I was done. And, Keem has said about me that I'll say certain things that are just so stupid that even when he doesn't want to deal with me, it baits him into responding. That's what he did with me in that fucking song. Like, I was trying not to talk to him. In fact, I think I might have actually blocked Keem after that one because I didn't want to hear from him. And then he turns it into a fucking song. It's like, what?
To bait you back out, motherfucker. I'm gonna block you because I got this to say. Yeah, he's like that.
Sometimes it's rare that I have to block somebody like that, but I had to that day because I knew if he was going to talk to me or whatever, I was going to want to come back, and I didn't want to at the time. But
yeah, I think it was Saturday when I literally like sparked out on the fucking in Discord, and I was saying, "Oh, it's fake," because she was swearing it's fake. No, I literally sparked out. I was freaking out, so I just I disabled my account. I didn't cut it off. I just disabled the account, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm not going back in there. I'm fucking done with it, And then I had to go back in there to help Tina because of OBS, so I ended up going back in there. But I was just done for the whole weekend after I helped Tina. I felt bad for her because I didn't help her on Sunday.
Do you know what's wild?
It was yesterday.
What if Xylee? What if Xylee? By the way, constant interrupting, sign of ADHD.
Oh, not Xylee. No way.
No, but I'm just saying, interrupting the way I constantly interrupt. But because I just did it right then. Like, you had 3 words left and I couldn't let you get them out, and I just had to fucking jump in. I think if I were to psychoanalyze Miss Xylee right now, I think that she's projecting. She has to say Xylee is real because she knows she's fake. And then she projects and calls everyone else fake, but the surprise is she's really the fake one, and she just doesn't know it.
And she doesn't realize that
she doesn't know. She actually thinks she's real. She actually thinks that she's consistent and logical and real, and she doesn't realize that to everyone else, she just looks fucking unhinged.
Yeah, and I literally had clips pulled. It was a while ago when my ex co-host was here, and I was like, she literally contradicted herself so bad. She's like, Roxy's this, she can't do a show on her own, this and that. And then 5 minutes later, she's like, if Billy leaves, I don't know what I would do. Like, I need Billy.
Right? She did that with me. Oh my God, she did that with me with like the drinking stream. She was criticizing my drinking or whatever. And then look at her streams like, ma'am, are you lost? I think you were looking for a bar. I think you've come to the wrong place.
Yeah, and then she would dog us like, "Oh my God, I would never degrade myself and put milk on me."
She's not even fun. And then she fell asleep on camera. She passed out. Now, when you passed out on camera, you did that the first episode of Milkers, but it was entertaining. It was content when you did it. When Xylee does it, you're like the coffin. It's hilarious. It's when you do it, it was entertaining. But when she fucking does it, not only is she like a drunk alcoholic who's miserable and hates her job, but it's not even entertaining. Like, she doesn't know how to read an audience, and like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll be honest. She's like, when she's drunk, it's like secondhand embarrassment to me. It's like,
I can't watch. And lately, every time I go to watch Rewind, it's fucking like she'll be drunk, and I'm just like, oh, change.
Yeah, and like how I was saying, like, oh, I would never degrade myself, pour milk over my head. You guys are disgusting. She does the same thing, pour a gallon of milk over her head. It's like Xylee. How about Xylee gets contradicted or something? And you know you're definitely not fucking real. You're not.
She did
I'm sorry.
And she found out it's fun. And you know what? Yeah, a lot of this stuff sucks, but it's also fun. Do you think I've ever in my life slammed my face into a cake or covered myself with so many pies that I look like I was a dead zombie? No. And
I have.
Yeah, I never have. And because I was always the super well-behaved child. I was very, very good. I never liked, ironically, never liked a mess, never did any of that stuff. But now it's like I could do it and I'm like, wow, I would never give myself permission to do anything like that. And it sucks, but it's also kind of fun. There's something liberating is the word. To liberate
you know what it is
yourself.
with me? Yeah. If I choose to do it myself, I think yes, it's fun. But like when I'm somebody's telling me to do it, like for the donos, I'm like, fuck, I have to do this. It's fun. I'm aggravated and mad in the moment. But after I go back and watch, I'm like, oh my God, that was so fun. You know, it's just that's me. I love doing crazy, off the wall, outlandish shit in my life. And that's why I feel like this was like the perfect opportunity for me.
Sometimes the fun breaks through the punishment for me. Like the time I did all the pies and look like a zombie. At that point, I was like, my God, I did not expect my idea to look this visually striking. And I just had fun with it. I gave myself a pat on the back and then I just had a bunch of fun. But usually it's not always as fun. Do you know what was unexpectedly fun to me? And it's weird because it's miserable yet fun. Doing the ice bucket challenge.
That's how it is with the sleep stream, because I hate being fucked with when I'm tired. It's like I'm so miserable at the time, but it's fun, you know, because you know they made me go out and bark like a dog or go do crazy shit. I just want to fucking just let me sleep, please.
Yeah.
And it's like it actually turns out to be fun, you know. But yeah, the ice bucket, I never done that yet. Is it bad?
I
hate being cold.
Tina said when she did it, like it literally took her breath away and she actually peed herself. Like that was not just something she said for the show. Like she actually peed herself. Yeah. When I did it sucked for the second it hit me. But right after, to me, it felt like the best feeling in the world, actually. It was so refreshing. I felt like I just jumped in a pool.
Oh, see, I can't do that. Pools, like, I cannot be cold. I hate being cold. It sucks so bad. So
I love pools and I love the water. So any excuse to get in a pool, I am fucking there. And I haven't been in a pool in years. So like when I did that, I'm like, why does this feel so good? What feels so good about this? And no, it's not just the feeling of water touching my skin because I never shower. I fucking shower, people. I shower, goddammit. That's why I have the shower chair. Motherfuckers, but anyway, yeah,
it's like a refreshing, like a whole wake up thing. You know how water hits you and you're just like jolt you awake.
It was, and then I think the fact that it was extra cold. It was cold, like when you jump into a pool and that's cold, but it was also like maybe I understand why people jump into ice water now or like do that. It really does shock you and wake you up, and it's so refreshing. It's like, imagine like I felt like I swam through a pool of Mentos. Like if it could be minty and fresh.
Yeah.
Refreshing. That's what it felt like.
I would do it. Maybe for a goal or something, I would probably try to do it. I'll have one of my kids dump it over me, but I don't know if I'd be able to to do it yourself. It was probably
the hardest part is doing it to yourself. That was the same thing with the shock collars. I wish I had someone to do it for me. Like it's hard, but at least it gets done. When you have to do it to yourself, it's like you could really, even the cake to the face, I have a hard time. I have to just count to 3 and force myself, but I really don't want to. Okay, so we'll talk about a little bit of stuff with the show. I did some math because even though I was off a few days, I was still doing things. I was looking around at some of the other shows, seeing what they're doing. I figured out what we need our daily goal to be, essentially. Like how much we should hit daily. So it looks like the number is around like $800 that we should hit daily, which we're not near yet, but that's what I want to get us to, because that's about where we were that's what gets us to the point where the show is at when Savage left. So that's really the goal I want for this month. If we could catch up in a month, that would be amazing. And then we could do the roller coaster thing. I think that's the perfect one. But if for some reason we drastically surpass it or something, I would be open to even skydiving or something completely crazy.
Oh, girl. Holy
shit. I know. But that's how much it means to me.
Yeah,
I'm a very goal-oriented person. If we can do that, that means do you remember, guys, Keem, when he was first, this was like back around in December, and he was talking about how he really wanted to hit 5,000 members because that's how he would know he made it, because everyone told him he couldn't. For me, it's when we hit those numbers with this show, I'll know I've made it with 2 shows. We can make it happen. So I know,
and it can happen.
It can totally. It's just we have to create the content that's good enough to bring that in. So days like today are obviously not it, but that's it. And then if we did weekends on top of that, then it really goes.
Yeah.
And for times like this month, we would have to do weekends just to catch up. But
Yeah. I mean, I'll be down to do weekends. Like I said, I don't mind doing them. I mean, a sleep stream, I don't know how you feel about them. 'Cause I know people like our sleep streams.
I would be down to do one with you. I would try it.
Yeah.
In general, I really dislike long streams. They're just disproportionately hard on me, and I'm just not in a place where I'm good for that. But especially as I get my life together more, yes. And I think also with you, yes, because you're doing such wild shit that I want to see.
Like, I'll go outside in the middle of the night and shit. If I'm not running OBS, that's what happens. Like, say I would run OBS, so I wouldn't mind. And, I would go outside and do crazy shit. And what?
Barberry wrote in the chat, pigs do fly for if I go skydiving. Oh my God, what if I went skydiving wearing a pig suit?
Imagine. That would be so funny. Or if I went wearing like a Crypt Keeper suit or something. Like dressing up as a Crypt Keeper or some shit like that. Or Pinocchio.
I mean, I wouldn't, maybe if it's a cute pig, it has to be a cute pig. But
Pigs are cute.
Could you imagine if that would actually be so funny? Because I love puns and word plays. I would almost do it just for the wordplay.
When pigs fly, exactly.
When pigs fly. Yeah. I fucking hate it, though. I fucking hate it, but it's good. I hate it.
Yeah. Truly, I was don't know. Yeah, we do. We got
hooligan. That's what happened to me too. My TTS didn't work that night, so it really fucked with my sleep stream. So if I actually get it working in advance and make sure it's good, then yeah, I would love it.
Yeah.
So we should try to do a sleep stream again. With Tina, it's hard because she doesn't sleep. So.
Yeah, me, like at 10 o'clock, I'm ready for fucking bed. Like I am just exhausted for the day. I'm up at 5 a.m. So yeah, I mean, I can just turn everything around. My bed's here. I'll probably end up on the floor knowing these fucking assholes. It is what it is.
Actually, I have a question for you because I've been wondering this. In the back of my mind, I've been thinking of you. And I've been like, I was thinking of like, how do you have... It wasn't sweet like I was thinking about your husband and stuff. No, I was thinking about you and I was like, how...
Jesus, I wasn't even thinking that, but fucking now are you? Fuck.
No, but what I was thinking is I was like, how the fuck does Roxy have so much energy? Where does she get all this energy from? So I have that question for you. Did you have as much energy as you do now when you were heavy? Was it from like a change? Like, tell me, I need to know.
I was to get out of bed, like, I mean, I'd sleep until maybe, I would go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, and I wouldn't get out of bed till maybe noon, because my body was just a rollover, got out of bed. My legs were hard as rocks. My diabetes was out of control. Oh, I had no energy at all, none. That's why I'm telling you, I want to get you up so bad, Becky. You don't understand, even your arthritis. When you exercise, it will make you feel so much better. Even my daughter, my 32, is like, Ma, slow down, calm down. Like, I'm up, the laundry's done, the house is clean, the kids are, my grandson's in school, by 9 o'clock, my morning's done. I'm baking bread every morning. And now that's just the energy I have now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
RZ the Legend gave $5 to say, careful, don't give Keem or donators any wild ideas. They will use it against you. Ready to skydive, Becky and Roxy? Listen.
Oh, Jesus.
Here's my thing. If I could when it comes to the skydiving, like I've said, I'm terrified of heights. But.
Me too.
But listen, I figure if I go skydiving and the parachute fails and it dies, then whatever, it's all over. So I'm not going to be around to regret it. And if I don't die, then I'm going to feel so fucking good that I did that. And so, because being terrified of heights like I am, so what I'm thinking is skydiving. I kind of want to make that as a goal for September, because it's my birthday. So I would maybe do that I don't know, but I could also.
Did you want to do it by yourself or do you want to do it together?
I think for that, it would probably be separate, one person home run, unless, we could do it together, but we could also do that a second time down the road.
Oh God, no, if you want me home, I'll be more than
because
happy.
I don't know, skydiving, I don't know how service is going to be. Chances are the stream is going to drop. So if I try to do that, I would need to. I don't even know if I would stream it. I think streaming it would be best, but if for some reason I can't, it might have to be a video. I don't know. But I think for the first time doing it separate is probably better.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. And then maybe before September, because that is a big goal, expenses, everything would have to pay. I can even do one of them things where, how you're in that big ball and you fly around. I can have the camera live,
Big ball and you fly around. No.
Them big balls when you're in the suit and you fly around in the big ball thing, like you're in space. What are they called?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's like you're an astronaut and you're in this big, huge ball and it's like you're flying, you're floating, you're flying around in the big ball. Like you're with people. What the hell is it called?
I have no idea what you're talking.
You never heard of?
No,
you never
I've seen like
anybody
the
do
big
it?
plastic bubble balls that people run around in and like run into each other and bounce off each other. I've seen that
No,
shit.
this is where you actually, it's like you're in space, but you're in a big ball, and then you're flying like you're in space. You know, you're flipping around and doing all
I've
this
never
shit.
seen
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Not
that's what
ATX
it's
does a
called.
hot air balloon, not a
No.
hot air balloon.
No, it's like, you literally go in there and you're in an astronaut suit and your whole suit's blowing up and you're literally flying everywhere.
No, but not like an astronaut. You mean the wind tunnels? They put you in the tunnel and it goes up the indoor skydiving? Is that what you're thinking of?
Yes, indoor skydiving.
They
maybe
don't.
that's
They
what it's
wear
called.
bodysuits, not a bubble. I've never seen that in a bubble.
Aren't you in a big, huge bubble?
No. All right, we're gonna share. I'm gonna hang on. We're gonna share screen, and I guess I'll do it off camera first, just to make sure I don't somehow pull up like bubble porn or something. Bubble
And
porn.
let me say this really quick.
Or some
You know
shit.
how people say, "Oh, yeah, I'm not entertaining and I have nothing." Funny how today, Batgirl, and I love Batgirl and Ken. Let me say something, Becky.
No,
Don't interrupt
sorry.
me.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, go
'Cause
ahead.
I'll forget.
So,
I love Batgirl and Ken, so I'm not. Damn it,
oops.
Becky.
So,
So I'm not saying nothing.
I'm
God!
nervous. Stop making me nervous, bitch. Stop. Oh, where'd it go?
I'm not. I love them. I'm not dogging them, but I'm saying a lot of people that say we're not entertaining and they can't stand up. It's so weird how Batgirl now is dancing to music for their train. Just saying.
And they
Go
just
ahead.
said that Nightmare apparently has a goal to fucking jump out of a plane. What the fuck? I swear
That's
to God,
what
I
I'm
came up
saying.
with that first.
Yes, we said that what
Listen.
2 weeks ago, maybe.
Because
As
I'm
part
pretty
when
sure
we were
I
talking
know I
about
said it
things
to
together.
you, but I said it on
We did-
stream, didn't I?
We said it on stream. Yes, we said it as part of the monthly goals. Because remember, I said we were brainstorming things we can do, and you even said I would even like to do a jump out of the airplane because we were talking about heights. Yes, yes, we said it here first.
Like, Nightmare,
Absolutely.
you can't take my goal away. That's the one. Nightmare, why don't you do bungee jumping instead?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
do
I
bungee
mean,
jumping, I'll do skydiving. Bungee jumping,
That's
for some
insane.
reason, seems scarier to me. I don't know why.
I know they have them things at the theme park I wanted to go to where you're hoisted up for like I think it was like 5,000 feet or whatever. Then they drop you and then you go swing like this. The free fall. Oh my God! Holy fuck! These are the things I want to do, but I need you as OBS because also with you, you know how to hold a stream.
Yeah.
You know, if it freezes on me, and that's why I honestly think that you're a good match for me. I can't do it on my own. I'll be the first to admit. I can't sit here and come up with fun things on my own. I can't. I need somebody to help me. And if that's a sucky entertainer, then that
Well,
is
yeah.
what it is.
And
then.
just like I would need somebody who could hold a stream while I do stuff too. And I was not
Right.
planning on doing IRL stuff like you do, but those big goals, like,
Yeah.
yes, because what I try to think of is like, all right, I know we have a goal. This is just the way my brain works. I know we have a goal of X amount of dollars for the day or for the month. And then I think what content is so good that it earns that kind of money, that it makes
Yes.
people want to give that. And I was thinking, well, I haven't seen anyone in the LCU jump out of a fucking plane yet. I'll
God,
fucking do
that
it.
is fucking
I'll do it.
crazy.
And I'm terrified
Imagine
of
Becky,
it.
out of all people, be the first one to do that. That would be insane. Because everybody says, "Oh, Becky won't do nothing. Becky's lazy." Becky, imagine Becky. Holy fuck!
I have to shit
I would
on.
love that for you.
I would too. I have to shit on Batgirl for a moment now that you brought her up.
I'm just saying. I mean, because they are raising Becky. I do want to. They are raising 1,000 members to go to Hershey Park with us, and so I don't know how you feel about that.
So
like you
did
said.
you already agree to do that with?
Well, I told her that me and you were going to do it. Even if you didn't go, I would still go with her. So wait.
Just
Just
Jordan.
Jordan super
Oh.
chatted $20. Bungee jumping is scarier to you because you know the rope won't hold.
Well, I think it's
Oh,
more. I feel like it's a question of if it'll hold, and also I feel like if I am going to hit the ground, I don't want the fucking rope to slow me down at all. That sounds like the worst of both worlds.
I'm not worried about it not holding because it probably will. I'm worried about them mismeasuring and then being that
I
little
worry
bit
about
off and you
that
smack the
too.
ground. That's my biggest worry. Yeah,
Yeah.
the holding, I know a bungee's going to hold anything 3, 4, 5. It will hold it.
I also
You know,
don't know
but-
about the coming back up part. It feels
Oh.
like that feels like it
Yeah.
could get your stomach worse, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's what that free falling thing at the theme park. It's just like you're flying and you're going up and down. Oh, God.
So I have to shit on
I know.
Batgirl a little bit. I'm trying to decide how big of a shit do I want to take right now? Because it's my first
Oh,
day
God.
back. So okay. I'll take a massive shit, but I'll give it context. I'll spray perfume before and after. All right, here we go. It's gonna be a
Okay.
shit sandwich. So when Batgirl when Batgirl first came to the LCU, like I was the first person to help her go on her first show. Like Keem basically handed her off to me and was like, here, take care of her, show her what to do. So I did. I guided her just that little bit, the conversation before our first show. But I felt like I helped guide her from that. So I would have hoped that she might by default be a little nicer to me or something. But all she ever does is talk shit about me on Cafe. From what I've seen.
I didn't know that. Yeah,
Constantly.
I didn't know that.
That's why I
And
said I'm not
Cafe.
sure. I'm not sure
I
about.
watch Cafe all the time. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I know Ken don't like you. Had I known how she talks shit like that about you, I would have never said, hey, Batgirl, let's do this together. I wouldn't have done that.
So that's why
That's
I'm not
crazy,
sure,
yeah.
because I don't know, is she just doing that for content and for views, in which case I can understand it, or does she actually resent me and have bad feelings about me? Because if she does, then I want no part of it.
Well, according to Cafe, they're the real deal. They don't fake nothing scripted.
So
maybe
that
that's
makes
how
me
if
think,
she
then
really
why would
feels
I
that
do
way,
it?
then yeah.
I wouldn't want to.
I mean, I don't blame you. I don't blame
Because
you.
it's
Like,
all-
I like her. Yeah.
Well, I think I would like her too, and I know she was fine at first, but also there is the fact that she's with Ken constantly, and Ken does hate me.
Right.
So I feel like any co-host he's going to be with, especially if they're like of an agreeable nature or they're conflict averse, you know, they're going to start going with what Ken says.
It depends on the person. Like with me, if I just say you didn't like somebody, I liked them, I wouldn't
Yeah.
not like them just because you didn't. I'm not like that, you know? Like with Tina and Xylee, they're best friends. If I host with Tina, I'm still not going to like Xylee. You know, it's maybe Batgirl's the type of person that, yes, if my co-hosts don't like somebody, I don't like them. I don't know.
See, if I had never been
That'd
on
be
a show
kinda
with
stupid.
Tina, I would have probably never even tried to be friendly with Xylee. I partly did because I'm like, well, she's good with Tina and I work with Tina, so I'd rather be good with Xylee and it makes everybody's lives easier. That's how
Yeah, in
I
the
tend to
beginning-
think.
In the beginning, she treated me like shit from the beginning, and I still like try to laugh it off and play it off because I know everybody loved Xylee. Now, as I learned more about her, I'm like, they don't love her. They fear her for some reason, and they're afraid to say how they feel. Why? And that's why I said, fuck this. I'm not going to be quiet anymore. I'm going to let them know how I fucking feel. And that's when I start opening my mouth.
Well, and because they know she's
So.
got Keem's ear, like Keem will listen to her. So that is that is a lot of power to have here, you know?
Yeah.
It's just that it took me this long to realize, you know, he might have known her for this many years and whatever, but I've got Keem's ear too. So I'm all good. I don't have to be
Yeah.
afraid of that anymore. I've gotten past
Yeah.
that.
And like her and Bradley are really close, you know, and it's like, you know, she feels like just they're close. That's great, but I don't care. I'm not going to hold back my feelings toward anybody, especially when like her, she treats us, me and you, especially in Sweet Tea, like shit. Like we're trash, we're garbage, we're not even worth mentioning our names. And for what? What did we ever really do to her? That's so weird to me that somebody feels like that about somebody. I don't know.
Xylee, she wrote in the chat, she wrote, oh my God, no one fears me, LMFAO. I'm not the boogeyman. Xylee, I think people are way more afraid of you than you realize.
Yeah.
Especially
I don't
new
think
people.
fear- Yeah, exactly. I don't think they fear you in the sense, oh my God, she'll beat me up. They
Yeah.
fear you in the sense of what will she do to me? What will she make me look like a fool? You can't make me look any more of a fool than I make myself look like already. So do your best. That's how I feel. But yeah, I can see where a lot of people fear her because
Well,
they don't
and
want to be
'cause-
exposed or dug up on from
and
her
also
Google
because-
docket team.
In addition to the fact that she has Keem's ear, she's on Rewind, where it's their job to talk about everybody. So Xylee, you have power going two ways because you have the power to control the narrative. You get to shape the narrative for everybody. So that's a very powerful position to have. If you wanted the whole universe to hate a specific person, you can really you can lay the foundation for that much
Yes.
easier than somebody like I can, because that's not the
Right.
purpose of my show. You know,
Yeah.
so that's why I think that fear is there.
Yeah, it's like with me, I was hated automatically coming here because of who my co-host was. I was labeled just like her. You know, I didn't even have a chance to show who I was. I was just automatically, oh, you're with her. I don't like you.
That's why
You
I
know,
wanted to
even
see you away from her. Because, you know, we came to physical, let me check the time. God, the time's flying by today. We've come to physical fucking blows and stuff. But yet I knew that, like, when I saw you in person and stuff, I had a good feeling from you. Even before we met in person, I thought you were a really good catch. And so that's why, like, now that your ex-co-host is gone, I try to tell to everybody, including Tina, it's like, well, let's see her when she's not around negative influences. Let's see you when you're away from that and see what it's like.
Yeah, and it's like when you're like you're my co-host, right? So if you have a problem with somebody, I'm gonna back you up on it. I mean,
Yeah.
I may not agree with some of the things, and I won't say, "Oh yeah, yeah, this and that," but I'm not gonna sit here and fight with you when you have a problem with somebody that has a problem with you. It's like that's just how co-hosts work together. But till this day, as much shit as she talks about me over on her channel, I still won't give her that satisfaction of saying the many, many things I can say about her because I'm just not
About
like that.
Xylee?
No, no, say,
Oh.
about my ex co-host. She's
Oh,
on her.
sorry.
Yeah, she talks a lot of shit
Yeah.
on me, even over
Yeah.
there. And a lot of things, it's like, why would you even say that about me? I've never done nothing wrong to you. I don't know if she's baiting me to try to get me to talk about her, but I'm just not like that.
Because you're easy content and she's irrelevant now.
Yeah, it's like I won't. Like,
Right
there's so many
now,
things I can say to stir the pot on her and her family and her life, but I'm not like that.
her content, she could be a place where defectors of the LCU could kind of go because she's not Voldemorted, as far as I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. So there's
don't
like
know anymore.
defectors are people who hate the LCU. Haters can go there. And then that's who she's attracting right now with the content she does. So in that case, you're the relevant one because you're the one who's still in the LCU. She's not.
Yeah, and that's why she's so upset because I wouldn't quit because I always said, well, I wouldn't do the show without Savage. I had a job before that. My husband wasn't out of work. Our company wasn't shut down. And I'm not saying I'm just here for that because I can go get a job out in the real life. But I truly love what I did. When am I ever going to get an opportunity like this ever again in my life?
I have to go turn on my lights because it's getting dark out and I had all my lights off.
right.
So give me 1 second while I do that.
No, it's not that we're
I'm
not
not going
trauma
to be able to
dumping.
hear you, so you'll
No,
just
you're
be
fine. I'm
talking with the
talking to
chat.
the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not trauma dumping. That's why the title is Roxy Tell the Truth. It all comes out. This is what was bothering me. I was fighting with myself. Do I leave here to deal with my IRL stuff because it's not fair to the viewers to have to see me sitting here and my mind's not on what I'm supposed to be on and put on this fake smile? I don't like to be fake. Like this fake smile. Oh, I'm happy when I'm really not. But I just want to be able to go through this. Now that Becky's back, I feel refreshed. Like, okay, Becky's here now, the channel. And that's another thing, the fucking leaderboard. The leaderboard gets into your head because you're looking at it like, holy shit, we're that low. And the milkers, we never been that low. We were always under Queens and Rewind. And now we have Tess beating us and Dolls beating us. That's insane.
Since I missed what you were saying, I see this comment from Frost saying, I got the Xylee TCG, the card game card, Leprechaun card framed next to Becky's. And I'm just thinking, back like when I was more into like my witchcraft and magic stuff, I used to work with different gods. Like I worked with the old gods. And when you create altars for the gods, like I worked with the Greek pantheon. I like I never get to talk about this stuff. This is kind of fun. And sometimes if you have an altar for one god, you shouldn't put another god on the same altar because it can anger the gods. It depends on if the gods got along or not. Well, I feel like that's what Frost did by putting my fucking picture next to Xylee. Bitch, if your house catches fire, it's going to be right by where those pictures are. I'm telling you. Maybe you should separate us a little bit.
Oh my God, yeah. Holy shit.
So I've seen that. So like, what was it? There's this, there were like these two guys, somebody had recounted a story of they had like two opposing gods on the same altar. And then one of the statues one day just randomly fell and knocked over a lit candle. And it's like, you interpret that as the gods being angry, obviously.
Yeah.
So that just...
I just seen someone in the chat. Savage has every right to be mad at the LCU. Absolutely, she does. She has every right. But why do it to me? I didn't, get her fired. And I still to this day didn't agree and talk shit on her. Like I just stood out of it. But for some reason, she's coming after me. Of course she has every right to be mad at the LCU. Absolutely. I'm not saying that. I'm saying why is she attacking me though? But it's whatever.
I think she's attacking everybody.
Yeah.
And you were the closest, so you get it. And then there's Tina, of course, which is the biggest. And then me, I don't think she mentions me that much, just occasionally.
Oh, she's on Xylee's ass. And rightfully so, because I mean, not for anything, but Xylee is the one that got her fired. So, I mean, I can see why she's going after Xylee, but like, what the fuck did I do wrong to you? I didn't do shit wrong to you.
Yeah, Xylee, thank you for saying you thought that was funny. That's literally what would fucking happen. I swear to God. Our pictures need to be separate. At least if we have to be next to each other, do it on a quarter. So technically we're on different walls, Just
that's funny.
We need space. Oh, by the way, this was a random thing I thought of before when people were saying about us using like mental illness and death or whatever as content. here's an example of what I mean by content versus not content. The day that I had my breakdown with Tina on the last week, right before I found out about the death in my family, when I went off on Xylee, when I was going off on everybody, and on Xylee, I told her, fuck you and your cat. Fuck you and your cat. Okay, I meant the fuck you part. I didn't mean the and your cat part. That was for content. See, that's what I mean. You take it and you dial it up just a little bit, you know? But I could never actually hate a cat, but I knew that would be very impactful if I said it, you know?
Wings responded to your voicemail?
Yeah, there was a clip. Actually, I could pull it up on the Reddit if we want.
That would be cool.
Yeah, actually... Yeah, because I said that on this show, so I should do that on this show. Let me see if I can find it.
Whatever, wins, I can't even pronounce. She said, because Roxy, she thought you'd be more loyal to her. How more loyal can I get besides quit the show? It's like she knows the situation. I mean, how more loyal can I get to her? I still, to this day, don't talk about anything that has bad to do with her. What do you mean? I'm not going to kiss her ass and fucking, because to be loyal, what does that even mean? Roxy plays Harry Dublin, Becky.
I don't know. Reddit has the worst search sometimes, I swear. Like, oh, here it is.
Hear some boomer shit? I wouldn't even know how to get on Reddit. I don't even know what Reddit is. I know now what it is because the LCU, and I hear you guys talking about it, but I never knew what Reddit was.
Reddit's a fun place. I love Reddit, actually. That, should I say this? Reddit was my most successful place for finding sugar daddies. Reddit's good.
Oh, so what is Reddit? It's like a site for everything?
Yeah,
it
used to be
like
its tagline used to be the front page of the internet. So basically there's Reddit and it's like a list of like all the major things that are going on that people have posted about. And then there's subreddits on different topics. So like we have a lol cow queens, a lol cow live. They're different subreddits.
Oh, okay. So the LCU would be the Reddit, and then the subreddits would be the shows underneath it?
Well, so they're both subreddits. So just there's main Reddit, and then Lolcow Live has a subreddit. It's like think of forums. Okay. It's a sub forum. Then there's a sub forum for Lolcow Queens. Lolcow Milkers doesn't have one, but Lolcow Rewind does, but it's dead. Yeah.
Okay.
But
all right.
It was actually a really nice way to meet people like that because you get to know them based on their personality and not what they look like.
Oh yeah.
And
you
people
go back and search things they said.
It was so much better than regular dating and stuff too because people are kind of being their unfiltered self. So if they reach out to you, at least first thing I do is I go and look through their comment history and be like, what are, see what they're up to and who they are. And you get so much information. It's amazing.
Oh, that's cool.
Courtney B says, I like this real talk. Thank you. I found the clip of Wings responding. And before I do it, I was going to say, Roxy, and since Xylee's here, maybe she'll have some input. I haven't watched Rewind in the past couple days. I need to. I really need a show or something that in the first 30 minutes or hour max just goes through everything that happened in the LCU. Like, I need that for me just to keep up with my job. And I'm sure a lot of people do. Because if you step away from the computer, you miss everything. So if they don't do that over there, maybe we should, I'm thinking. It would be work. It would be work. We have to put together a team. But
well, that's what me and Savage did all day. We would spend all day watching all the shows and picking out the best things. I was doing that anyway, and it became a habit for me. Like, I'll listen to shows as I'm doing everything. Hey, that sounds good. Let me clip that, and I'll send it over to her. So yeah, I'd be willing to do that. Kim needs it from somewhere.
Okay, Xylee, I'll check back then. She said we do that, so I'll check back because I don't watch all the time. So I'll check back and see.
I haven't watched in the last week maybe because it's been exhausting.
Well, you said we never stopped doing that, but here's what I mean, Xylee, is like, and this is just one person, but I almost wanted like the top headlines for the day. Give me what I need quick, the soundbite, because if I'm watching Rewind, it's because I don't have time to watch the others. I know some people just watch it for itself, but for somebody like me, that's how I do. So I want to see bang, 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 and then have the rest of your show, the fun part with your personalities and Billy's long monologues and everything, have that all happen after. But kind of give us the roadmap first. I would kill for that. I need a cheat sheet. I need Cliff's Notes. That's what I need.
That's what it is.
Cliff's
That's what Rewind could be, a cheat sheet. Yeah. The first 30 minutes of everything that happened here, and then spend the rest of the time on whatever.
Yeah. Just get through the high level stuff. Like apparently Popstar went off on Brantley. I don't know anything about this. I barely even know about that. I just randomly picked that up from somewhere. This is all stuff I need to know, you know?
Yeah, like I haven't even watched Local Live. Usually I do that. At least watch Local Live, and I haven't even done that. So the only thing I hear is a couple little bits of what Cafe said this morning. So I have no idea what's going on.
Well, here's what I would say, Xylee. She said, we know how to do our job, ma'am. We do that. So this is my unsolicited, so feel free to ignore it, but unsolicited feedback as a viewer. If you think you're doing that, what you're creating and what you're communicating and what I'm receiving are two different things. So maybe it's not as short as some or brief as some people want. Keem's here. Hey, Keem, what's up?
Who's the person that keeps bringing up Savage?
Somebody in the comments keeps saying I'm not widower and stuff like that. I don't know.
Who's the person?
I can't. What is it? Let me see. There was a couple people. Candy, was it? Yeah, let me look.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to those.
I know.
Let's just ban them because they're just milking you. They're getting you to talk about her, and then she reacts to the clip and gets a whole nother stream out of it.
AP was saying, come on, Roxy, I don't blame Savage for holding anger against LCU. Like all this stuff. AP was saying it. I know that Candy was saying it.
Okay.
I don't want
to. Candy, ban all them. Literally anyone bringing her up, just ban them because, look, I write the checks. I know how much money Savage got. Savage thanked me. You know, she was, this show changed her life because I don't want to go dive too much into her personal stuff. I know this has helped her out huge. She's told me that personally. And now that she's out, she just makes a bunch of videos talking shit about us. So the fact that someone's in here being like, Savage does this and Savage does that, go fuck yourself. Go over, fly your pirate flag and jerk off. Like, seriously, get the fuck out of here.
So while you're here,
I'll go through this after, and whoever was saying that, I'll ban them. Because
they're just, listen, this is the game, all right? Come into this chat, bait Roxy into talking about Savage, right? And then you do, and then she clips it and then reacts to it. It's like, bro, like, stop falling for this dumb shit. Ban these dumb motherfuckers,
so
bro.
I have questions then. I'm really glad you're here so I could ask. Is she Voldemorted or not? Are we still allowed to talk about her or no?
I don't know. I'm sure if I took time to like watch her streams and see what she's saying, she probably would be, but I don't have time for all that. So no, she's not Voldemort, but it's like, dude, these people in chat are baiting you to react, to give Savage content.
Yeah.
Like it's so like, dude,
everybody's retracting their messages now.
Do me a huge favor. Do me a huge favor and just say fuck Savage. I don't give a fuck about Savage. Like,
it bothers me though, because I was loyal to her. It's like, why are you fucking, what else can I do to you? Like, and I'm not, you're right. I shouldn't even fucking talk about it because they're baiting me to give her content.
Dude, she got paid some stupid amount of money to do this show. All this show and all the LCU did is help her out hugely. Everybody fucking knows that. And the minute she got fired, then all of a sudden, fuck the LCU. Everything the LCU is wrong and da-da-da-da. And it's like, oh, that's weird. I wonder what happened. She got fired. She's not here anymore. It ain't that fucking deep.
Yeah.
It ain't that deep. If she was still here, she'd be saying, I love the LCU. This is the greatest job ever. Keemstar is the fucking greatest. Roxy, I love you. But when people get fired, what do? Talk shit about the place that they got fucking fired at. Dude, it's common sense, dude.
So can I make a suggestion then? I think if we're at the point where we want to ban people so we're not getting baited, then I think she should be Voldemorted. And I like how that's become a verb now. But the other reason why is because if she's not, it sends the message, since she's making all this LCU content, all the haters can feel free to go there instead of coming here because she's...
No, you don't understand. I had like a falling out with those Voldemorts where they cross lines. All right. Savage has not crossed any line with me. Savage isn't like doing any crazy shit that's like, criminal or anything. So no, I'm not going to ban Savage's name. I'm not going to make her Voldemort.
But you just said ban the people who are saying her name. So you are saying that though.
What do you say?
No, because they're baiting you. They're baiting you into talking about it. Though.
Because we're allowed to talk about her. But if she's Voldemort, we can't. You see what I'm saying?
I'll just ignore it. I should ignore it anyway.
I don't
Well,
know. It's just
because
stupid.
otherwise
They're,
that's
they're literally trolling Roxy into talking about
well,
her.
because
They're
otherwise I'll tend
Savage's
to talk.
fans.
Because otherwise I tend to talk about it too. Because if it's a topic for conversation, I just talk about it like anything else. So anyway, that's why I was asking.
They're Savage's fans that watch her streams and then come over here and try to bait you into saying something so then they can watch her reaction on her. It's like an endless cycle.
Yeah.
I get it.
But also, she is not on. Savage didn't do anything on the level of a Voldemort. I don't want to fucking ban her, like call her Voldemort. I think that's like unfair to Savage. I don't want to do any of that, but
Is it though? Because it doesn't have to. She could still be Voldemorted, but without there being like hate or bad feelings behind it. It could just be like, look, this is a game of people baiting us just to make it easy. It's a clean break, you know? Almost like when you have a breakup, a clean breakup instead of staying in touch.
okay.
Well,
Well,
Kim, you said you
Gemini
don't watch her. Yeah, I was gonna read that.
Yeah, Thick Gemini just said she talks crazy on Keem,
Yeah.
breaks her NDA, talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, I don't
she's-
watch her either. I refuse to watch her, so I
If
don't
she's
know.
talking and crazy on my name, she's an idiot. Because if
Yeah.
I saw that, then I'd, well, fine, she's Voldemort. No more talking about. By the way,
Right.
I've been saying no talking about Savage. I put this out because Savage herself requested it. So.
Well, you said
like-
don't talk about the bad things, that happened, but yet you're over there.
No, I
Let's
put out
buy
a fucking statement that said don't mention Savage at all. That's what I said. Don't tell me what I said. I know what I said.
Okay. All right, but then after that, we asked you, well, is she not allowed? We're not allowed to talk about it. You're like, yeah, you did, but then well, where are my pirates at?
I think
Savage
somebody
is in
asked
our
me if she
chat.
was a Vol. I think if somebody asked me if she was a Voldemort.
Okay.
Roxy.
All right.
So, I don't know. I guess yeah, she's a Voldemort now. She's Voldemort.
I don't want
for
her
me.
to be that, but if she's talking shit like that,
I think
then,
it's
come on. I
better.
just hear whatever Tina tells me. Tina tells me she's fucking dogging you, Roxy. I'm like, I don't even watch it. I won't watch
Like,
it.
I don't have bad feelings about her, but it's just a game
Me
of like
neither.
playing ping pong. If she sends people here to bait us for it to go back there, I don't have bad feelings about her, but I'm not trying to help her and send her our traffic either. Like, I think it's just easier out of sight, out of mind then.
I just don't care. I wish her the best. But
You care.
That's
That's
all
why
I
you
do.
came on our stream. You care.
no, I care that my hosts are getting baited.
So you're just mad at Roxy for being Roxy.
Me, Roxy, yeah.
When I said I don't care, I mean if Savage is talking shit about me, I don't give a fuck. Whatever. It is what it is. But
Okay. By the way, Keem, change of topic. Where was the redirect for Queens yesterday? I know this is the wrong show, but still.
that was Rastov's doing.
What happened?
He just didn't put it in there. And it was because Mike was in the hospital and the stream didn't get set up until like super late. So everyone forgot.
I
And he
didn't
sprained
forget.
his
I
leg.
didn't forget, and I wasn't even working. I had to come on and start the stream and end the stream, and I still managed to put in a redirect for rewind. I never forget. I'd have to literally be dead. It's impossible for me to forget.
I don't know.
Rostov, pow
but-
pow, bad boy.
But that was on Rostov. But
Well, he
Look,
sprained
I-
his hip. Give him a break. Jeez, he's in pain.
the main thing, just to close this up, is I have no bad blood with her. I just paid her again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I talked to Savage behind the scenes. So it would be wild if she was talking wild about me publicly because I still talk to her behind the scenes.
No, she does. She does about all of us.
Because she was
including
just trying to
you.
ask. She was just trying to ask me for more money than what she was owed, and I was like, no.
Wow, that's some fucking nerve, huh?
Yeah. Well, now Savage, you have some content for tonight. Let's go pirate flags.
I
Those
think
are
she
don't know.
wants
She'll
your
be out for a couple
attention,
days.
Keem. You know what? I think she wants your attention because there's a weird sort of flirting thing going on between you two. And I don't know if it's just from
Yeah.
her, if it's on your end too. But like,
I
this
think
is
it's on
what
Team's end too.
I think so. You like blondes. There's a little fucking flirt. I
Yeah.
know it because we have the same sort of dynamic, Keem. Okay, there's a little something
Yeah.
there, and I fucking see it because you were talking about
No.
stealing her pirate flag, and then she posts a selfie
Where
of
my
herself
pirates
like
at?
this, and she's like, "Come and get it." Like, please, fuck
Ah.
off, Savage. Like, we don't fucking see. Anyway, I baited
Look.
myself into that one.
There was
And
this
also-
one moment that happened. What was it, like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago or whatever, before Becky came on here, that we were thinking about maybe finding a way to get Savage back on here, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like it's not really that bad blood, but
Yeah.
also I'm not gonna get milked into this show constantly talking about her. Like,
Yeah.
come on, bro. Like, go fuck off. Like, take your little pirate flag, get the fuck out of here. That's all I got.
Really quick, did you fucking asshole. Motherfucker. Fuck you. God, we never get a chance. The second we do, fuck her.
He's such a troll, even when he's not trying.
I know. I can't with his fucking ass.
Oh.
Jesus. I wanted to ask one thing because I know like he's the one that's going to be bringing the merch and stuff out, but you've seen our merch and there's a hidden Easter egg. Well, what the fuck is that about, motherfucker?
Easter egg? What Easter egg?
I'm not sure. I'll show you. I think I showed you in our group chat, but on certain merch.
People know about the new merch, don't they? Well, now I
don't know. I'm not trying to ask him, but he fucking left.
And then we just got Voldemorted about Voldemort. I don't fucking know. So now I don't. Now I'm all nervous. God.
Yeah. I'll show you. Hold on. If you didn't see it yet. I'm like, what the fuck? I needed to ask him that, but
you're talking about the jackets, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And what's inside.
I think that, and what's inside? Boobies?
See? Yeah.
See, I don't know about this whole inside part.
See, I don't know.
I tend to stay on the surface, Roxy.
God. Ha! Hold on.
Pretty is pretty does says all he does is troll. Come on, you guys. It's true. He's like the OG troll.
Yes, he is. And he knows how to press fucking buttons.
Sure
too.
does.
Oh God.
Somebody,
I'll send it to you after anyway.
Almighty OMD just said to you, or said about you, Roxy practices bitchcraft.
Yeah, well, I don't gotta practice it. It's just natural. But yeah, imagine if I practiced it, it'd be 10 times worse. Shit. Yeah, well, we will.
And then they're saying change the subject. That's why he came on. That's fine. We have lots of subjects to talk about.
Yeah.
I do just want to say, though, the age doesn't matter. Yeah, I saw somebody in the chat say she's too old for him. But listen, I remember our Groundhog's Day stream, and Keem was liking Psycho Mom's titties. That's all I could say. That blonde hair and boobs. That's what he likes. Blonde hair and boobs. It's that simple.
He even mentioned on Local Live, like no matter what the person looks like, if they have blonde hair, like he has something for them. See it? That's why I wanted to ask him. Like, why? Yeah.
No. Is that real?
Yes.
I haven't even seen this before.
Yeah.
Oh
that's
God,
what
I really
so,
want to share them. I really want to show them. Can't we show them? I think we.
I don't know. I'm not the one that I don't want to be. I'm always the one that fucks things up, so I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah, I better
not
not
follow. I wanted
follow.
to ask him.
I'm not going to follow your fucking lead. Leading the blind over here. No, thank you.
At least when I'm taught something, I learned and I stick with it. That's why I wanted to ask him. Did he share any of the merch yet? Because I want to ask him a question about that. No, I can't. It's gone.
But people know about the new merch, right? I think we showed that. I think we showed it on. I think. Let me think for a second, because I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, he showed me the new one.
He showed you, but did he show?
No, I think
everyone?
he showed me the new one for Queens on this show, and he's. No, I don't fucking know because I'm on 2 goddamn shows. I don't even fucking know. I don't know. I don't know if you guys can see it. Now I'm all paranoid.
I know. And he's probably sitting there laughing because he don't.
Basically, there's a new piece of merch. And on the inside, there's something written. A little secret message.
He calls it an Easter egg. There's a little Easter egg on one of the pieces of merch.
Because, I mean, that's a hell of an Easter egg because that costs more.
Yeah.
That's extra.
Yeah.
You have to pay to get stuff printed on the inside like that.
So, like, what the fuck?
Kim, can I show it? Can I show it, Kim? Please. I feel so rude. We're talking about it and they don't know. I can't leave our viewers out of the conversation. All right. Let's change topics for now. But
yeah.
Also,
well, he sent it to me.
I missed a spot in my eyebrow. I have to fix it. It's driving me nuts.
I haven't done my makeup all day. I have my face is so blotchy.
There it is.
From crying all friggin' day. Yeah. I'm downtown I'm downtown City Hall. I'm crying there. I'm at the DMV. I'm crying there. It's like all day I'm friggin' crying. Frig.
Believe me, I know the feeling. That's me, except at work. It's like every day I'm crying. It's one reason or another. And then if I'm crying and you're not on the show, then you come on and start crying too. Yeah, which is my newest favorite development. One crier. I used to joke that I get paid per tier. Well, now you're coming in for that tier money.
The tier money, yeah.
The tier
really.
money.
All right, so
Yeah, okay, I was right. Thick Gemini said we saw the windbreakers for Queens on Milkers. Yep, I still don't know if I could show. I don't know how much of a surprise.
Queens on Milkers, they didn't see the Milkers.
Yeah,
right.
so I would still feel like I could show, but I don't know. So I'm not
doing
They're not up in the store yet, right? I'm going to double check that right now.
No, I don't think they're up because he would have mentioned it or he would have told us.
I'm glad it's not white anymore.
Oh, Nee Marie, every day you're crying? I don't know. Is that a woman thing? We just cry sometimes? I don't know. Because of come my age, I don't know.
I just feel like that song, every day I'm shuffling, except it's like, every day I am crying. It's like
Every
cry and
day
then
I'm
dance.
crying. Yeah, because I cry when I'm mad. I cry when I'm sad. You know, I cry when I'm angry. I fucking cry so bad.
I cry out of frustration a
So.
lot. Frustration and anger. Like when the little rages you guys see me do on here, those usually only happen in romantic relationships for me, which is kind of funny, or like my super closest relationships. But otherwise, I usually just cry. It's the rage. It just comes out in tears.
Yeah, that's how I am.
It's rage, it's passion, it's whatever. Okay, you guys want to know something really crazy? Since we were talking about mental health stuff, when I was in Korea, I don't even know if you know that about me, Roxy. I lived in Korea for a couple years.
Yes, I do know that about you. Yep.
So
okay, Nee Marie, sorry. She said I don't cry for shit. I thought she said we're always crying, but she was supposed to doing a song. Okay, you lived in Korea. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You're like, what the fuck? No, Nee Marie said every day I'm crying.
So, Korea has a way different mentality towards painkillers, mental health medication. They do have a huge stigma against mental health, but Korea is a country where you just don't call out of work for any reason. You could literally be dying and you still go to work. It's just not acceptable to call out. So doctors there give you whatever medications you need to function. You need Xanax, you got it. You need whatever, like whether it's antidepressant medication, it's just right there. Whatever you need, pain meds, right there. And and in fact, I was never on pain meds till I went to Korea because here I was too scared of the stigma. I didn't want to be associated with that. When I was over there, I was like, well, I'm halfway around the world, so it's a good time to try, and it changed my whole life, right? But why did I get into that? There was a reason. Now I forgot it.
About crying, because you cry out of passion, you cry out of anger.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Oh, you're good. You actually reminded me. So
I'm not that dementia-ridden as you guys think.
So when I was out there, I said to them, I was like, I think I'm bipolar. So he tried, but I haven't been on meds for bipolar. I've only been on an antidepressant. So he tried putting me on lithium and something else, the doctor I was seeing. And it was the weirdest thing that on the lithium, when I was on those meds, I couldn't stay on them long because they made me sick. But when I was on them, I could talk without crying. All that lump in your throat, even when you're talking about something emotional, I wasn't going to cry when I talked. The lithium just like fixed it.
That's crazy because after I stopped taking my medication, I stopped taking my anti-anxiety medication throughout the day because it's addicting. I didn't want to get addicted to it. But my husband said when I'd be on it, it's like you have no emotion. Like I didn't cry for nothing.
I was gonna say we're talking about health issues. Of course, that's when Boogie pops in. But I guess he just wanted to interrupt, and that was a drive-by interruption. Wow.
Yeah. It's like, hey, I'm here. Okay, bye.
I thought I felt an earthquake coming. I guess it was just a false alarm.
Yeah, but some medicines give you that, like no emotion at all.
Well, it felt like it chopped off like the peaks and the valleys, right? It made me more of just a flat line, whereas normally I'm like this. So
did you like it or did you?
It was weird. Like if I was working a regular job, I would have loved it because I'm like, oh my God, this allows me to be like cold and calculating and not emotional. This is a fucking like superpower to be able to do that. So that was really cool. And I was like, wow, I have so much more energy without worrying about that stuff. But it also felt like all the color in my world was gone. And that's why, because it's like if it's like my world is extra saturated, it's extra colorful. I have highs that are higher than most people and lows that are lower than most people. And so to have that taken away, you just don't feel like you. And especially if you're a creative person.
Yes, it's not good to hold emotions in either. It's good to let it out too, because you hold them in. Eventually they have to come out. And then when they bottle up so much, that's when you really explode.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I just feel like I'm very emotional sometimes.
Well, with me, I always have that stupid thing with the crying. And like when I'm talking, I remember this one time, it was the worst. I was actually I took birth control at the time, which was really fucking with me the opposite way. It was making me cry more. And I remember I was in college and I was trying to talk about soldiers dying with something. And I literally, I started almost crying in class. I'm like, this is so embarrassing. I don't feel like crying. I'm just trying to say something. But because it means so much to me, the tears just come out. And it's uncontrollable. It's very hard to hide that. So it was like with the medication, you don't have to hide it anymore. But it was that lithium, I don't know if that's a hard one. A lot of people are saying that's a hard one. I guess
it's harsh, it
made me sick to my stomach. What would happen was I took that med and another med they gave me, and I would literally puke within 10 minutes. I could not keep it down, so I had to get off it. But
yeah, Amber says I need a mood stabilizer for real. You know what it is? It's what the situation I'm in right now. Like it's almost impossible not to be sad or be depressed right now because I have so much going on, and I'm afraid if I was to numb it, like what the hell would I do when it does come out? You know, at least now I let it out, you know, after the show, but I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I just want to get back to having fun, at least these 2 hours. And I want to do that.
We'll do that for tomorrow. So today was a laid back stream. Tomorrow will be a more exciting stream. We'll come with something good planned. And ETX asked in the chat, Becky, how did you end up living in Korea of all places? What's the story again? So actually, you know, I was a YouTuber like a decade ago, and then I had moved over to streaming on Twitch, and somebody who watched my videos reached out to me. It was a guy who watched my videos, and he had a business opportunity for me out in Korea. And at the time, I had just bought my house, and I was like, it's not time for me to travel. I can't do that right now. But I think it was like a year, I stayed talking to him and we actually became friends. And like a year and a half later, I had bariatric surgery. I felt the healthiest I'd felt in a long time. And I thought, I actually feel healthy enough to travel. And I don't know if I'll ever feel this healthy again. I want to do it. I was like, where should I go? And I was like, why not Korea? Wow. So he took care of my plane flight. I went out there. He hooked me up with a lot of his business associates and stuff. And I hit the ground running. It was amazing.
Why did you come back?
Largely, I had a visa issue. I had an issue with my visa because, all right, Korea is one of the only countries in the world. There's only one other country, and I can't remember which one it is, where your employer really owns your visa. And what I mean by that is, like, if I had an employer sponsoring a visa for me here in the U.S., if I had lived elsewhere, I could get another job with a different employer and have them sponsor my visa, and I don't need to worry.
As long as you had somebody sponsoring you.
Well, not even that, but I don't have to care what employer number one thinks. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
In Korea, employer number one actually has to release your visa. And if they don't, you have to leave the country and come back. Okay. And at that point, I had Zoe already. I had an apartment and everything in my name. And I'm like, I can't just leave to maybe not be let back in because of COVID. I can't take that chance. Right. So I guess I just got to go.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah.
And then
so basically you're stuck with that employer. You can't just hop
exactly unless you're willing to leave, redo all your paperwork and come back. So it's really fucked. And that's why a lot of English teachers there can be treated like shit. And I was actually going to move to the Netherlands after instead of coming back here. But two things happened. One, I came back because of Zoe, because she wasn't going to be ready to get into the Netherlands in time, because they have stricter rabies requirements over there. So she wasn't going to be vaccinated and have antibodies in time. But also, I was talking to Review Tech at the time. And he mentioned me coming back and living with him and creating content together. And I was like, hey, actually, that sounds like a really good idea. Let's do that. Until like 6 days before I was coming back, and that he let me know he was getting back with his ex.
Oh, God.
Hence all the drama that happened there. Yeah. Zoe's from Korea. I got her in Korea. Yeah. And I brought her back with me. Netherlands would have been a great move. If you're in the U.S. and want to work overseas but don't want to work for a company, you want to be an entrepreneur, you can do that in the Netherlands. We have a DAFT treaty between the U.S. and the Netherlands where as long as you have a certain amount of money set up, you could actually be an entrepreneur over there. So that's why I was going to go. I'd wanted to start up a stationery business, actually. It was a
stationary
whole thing.
Business?
Stationary business.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, this sounds very boring, but it's the most exciting thing in the world to me. I'm obsessed with paper. I love paper.
Oh my gosh. That's
Paper is like my
weird.
passion.
So
One of
paper,
them.
having them in order and separating, or just like binders and
No,
books
the
and
act-
like
well,
journaling.
I like journaling. I like that too. But the textile feel of the paper, the weight of it, all the different textures,
wow.
the crinkliness of
different.
it, all of it. Boxes. I'm also obsessed with boxes. I was just like Zoe was probably a streamer in a previous life. I was probably a cat in a previous life. I think we just switched
You want to go sleep in a
places.
box?
I love boxes. I'm obsessed.
You see Becky curl up in a box, scratching litter and shit. It's
Oh
always
my
on the
God.
computer.
One of my favorite things when I was a kid, my parents, we had one of those real good refrigerators from the 80s, those things that never fucking die, but they just become
Oh,
less
yeah.
cold. It was one of those avocado fucking, I think it wasn't avocado green. It was like that beige color.
The
Anyway,
ones that open with the big handle.
it was one of those, like the long handle
The
on top.
ones? Yeah,
and
yeah,
it had
yeah,
like
yeah.
the wood color handle. Anyway, the day that fridge crapped out and they had to get a new refrigerator, that box, I turned that box was my house. That box was my house. I would not let my parents throw out that box for a few days until my mom was like, all right, Becky, it's time. You got to let it go.
That is
You
crazy.
got to let it
Wow.
go. All
My
right.
grandkids, when we would get them big things really quick, yeah, they would like the box better than the damn friggin' $1,000 toy.
I
They'd
know,
hit the box.
right?
That's insane.
And then
So-
one year for our Secret Santa, I was actually at Apple at the time, and we had like a limit on our gifts. We could only do $25 on what we could spend. So I got like this person. It was this thing called Bucky balls. It's like these really strong magnetic balls that you can turn into a cube, whatever. Anyway, it was a very small thing like this. So I thought to surprise the person I was getting it for, I wrapped it in a super massive box.
Oh,
I
God.
did nesting boxes, and each one was wrapped. And I thought she would love that because I knew I would have loved that. I would have been frustrated, but loved it. She wasn't amused. I was like, oh, I guess
You know,
I'm
my
not.
husband did that with my engagement ring.
Really? Oh my, that's so
Yes,
fun.
that- He put it in a microwave box and went all the way down to the little fucking engagement box. Oh, I was pissed. I was so pissed.
See, if
Yeah,
somebody did
I was
that to
bad.
me, I would be like, that's my soulmate. I know I found the right one.
And they were all things that I needed, like in the house. Oh my God, I got a new microwave. I open it up. What the fuck is this?
Oh, no,
Oh my God, I
that's
got
the
a new this.
worst.
Oh yeah, I got a blender. Yeah. And I'm going down like, motherfuck. Fuck you.
That's funny.
But it was fun. It
All
was
right.
fun at the end.
So we got 6 minutes left. So, dono train time?
You guys on the dono train? Yeah, we can do that. I mean,
I
like
do
it.
have the other song if we want to do that. What do you want, Roxy? You're the main dancer.
I'd like that. I gotta learn that. What is it? What was it called? The music?
Electro swing.
I'm gonna learn electro swing dance, so I like that. I don't know. Would you guys want the intro milkers, the milkers intro, or Becky's new one?
What do
One
you
for the
guys
intro,
think?
2 for the new. You have like a minute.
I also have a second new one, which I could use for. I actually created like 6
Yeah, that's what
different
I'm
good
talking
songs.
about.
Like
yeah.
new, so not the electro swing one. There's the
No, the second one.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
okay. Do
the
you want
regular
Becky's
dance
second
one.
song? Yeah, the Becky second dance one or the intro one. 1 for the second dance, 2 for milkers.
Oh my God, Courtney B wrote, "Gotta go old school with the Lisa Frank Trapper Keepers and Notebooks." Oh my God, Trapper Keepers and Caboodles.
Wow, you're
Remember
going
that
back
shit?
that. Yes. Oh my gosh.
I got into a fight with my best friend at the time because they had like this fair at my school, and we both put all our tickets for the Caboodle case, and I won. It was a raffle, and she wouldn't forgive me for not giving it to her. And it's like, bitch, I put in all my tickets too. You think you just own the Caboodle case? No, we literally stopped talking. Her mom made her stop talking to me for a while because I wouldn't give her the Caboodle case. Anyway.
I can't stand parents like that. I fucking hate parents like that ill. Yeah. All right. Number 2. What was
number two, they want the
milkers?
new song. I think they
The new
want the new
song, all right.
song. All right. And I Love Kitties with 99 cents. Here we go. I think it's just going to be Roxy dancing. I'll dance in my chair. We'll see.
Yeah, you call them out.
All right. You guys will have to let me know which song you like better. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah, I'm already. And I get the beat.
It is your beat.
Donation train rolling through the nation, hot mess express, but we still at the station. Money stacking tall.
Oh,
like
the
a
Wings
skyscraper
reply.
creation. Giving
That's
back,
right.
That's the vibe,
Oh.
no hesitation. Chugga, chugga, choo choo, cash on rotation. We the donation station, no vacation. Every
Okay, now I
coin,
wanna
every bill
dance.
builds
I
a
like it.
foundation.
Come on, get up.
Blessed, but we're blessed, call it dedication. Big hearts, bigger bags, that's the equation.
I'm too close to my camera. It kinda sucks, but-
I know.
Electric, sparking innovation. Throw it in the pot, start the celebration. All aboard, yeah, the rhythm don't stop. Engine on fire, got the whole block hot. Steam rising high, we gon' shoot for the top. Donation train.
like this one. Mrs. Jones with $2. Bolo with $2 for a refrigerator box. Thank you. Keep it coming, guys. Let's keep a strong train.
Pockets never complacent. Fuel in the cars, hearts adjacent. We loud, we proud like a bold proclamation. Donation train.
Twisted SMF with $5. I'm glad I'm back too. Thank you. Yeah, Angie uploaded. It's that kind of vibe. I love that part.
Yeah.
Lindsay with £2. Thank you. Courtney B, $5. Thank you so much. Milford Girl with $2, one for each of us. I do not dance like a little boy, Carl. Okay, that
Nice.
was it.
That was cool.
The wings
Awesome.
response. Let me see how long it is. Do we have time?
I like the chugga chugga choo choo.
I know that
That's a
chugga
good thing.
chugga choo choo.
Yeah.
I sang it off tune, but Mrs. Jones, thank you so much for the $2.
Thank you guys so much.
I think we'll have to save the wings response for tomorrow because I thought I had it pulled up, but this is not the one with the video, so I have to actually search through Reddit to find it. But I could play it tomorrow if you guys want. Just remind me. ETX with $2. Guess who's
Thank you
back?
guys
Back
so much.
again. Different song.
Yes, Becky's back. Tell a friend.
Nightly Truth with $5. It's good to see you're having fun again, Becky. Thank you. And I'm sure for
Yes.
Roxy, too. We've both been going through it. So this is a nice break.
Yes. Thank you.
And
Becky.
they're still coming in. Pickled and Pure with $1. Biggie Smalls with $2. Two for you. Thank you so much.
Aw, thank
do you
you.
have any final words for everybody, Roxy?
Tomorrow I should have the video about me asking about my tattoo and setting that up. So I'm gonna record that. So that'll be fun. We can try to play that. And just thank you guys so much. And I apologize for being such a negative Nelly throughout the weekend. And I love you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. And yeah, guys. Oh, Marijuana. That's the last one to see
Thank
you
you,
on the way
Marijuana.
out the door. And Anna G, there's one more with $1. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
One of you guys were asking, did I see Fat Girl Summer? I only heard part of it. I haven't listened to the whole song, but I don't know if there's a
Yeah,
song.
thank you, Queen J. They said she sent $2. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Okay, fine. That was a hit and run. Yeah, I better end it now because Keem likes it like right on time. Keem cannot wait. He's not a patient kind of man. So, all right, it was a lot of fun. I'll see you guys over on Queens tonight. And if you don't watch Queens, I'll be back here on Milkers tomorrow. It's good to be back. See you guys soon.